last session, we picked up in the middle of the fight against Sazal Casto, the Queen Lich of the Ziggurat. Bitch.
Bitch.
And after defeating most of her sarcophagus golems, in the brink of defeating Sazal, she had one last very high-powered spell in which we rolled for fate between Sigmund and Torin. And odds were not in favor of the son of Horus Ray. And with a power word kill and no ability to stop it, Sigmund unfortunately was killed.
All my deeds can go away.
After finding out that Sigmund's soul or some sort of transference was leapt into an axe that you had a long time ago procured after defeating Regul, you realize that he was a part of this axe, and with much debate, Sylvan decided to join those two axe heads to create this mighty, think legendary, powerful axe of both light and darkness, evil and good, where Sigmund Brightsteel, Webbane, Wolfbane, even Regulbane was also.
I don't think I last at Regul. I think it was Bites, wasn't it?
It might have been, but
Where'd
either
that
way.
go? I don't think you guys have an item for it.
You don't have an item
No.
for it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
tried to print it off tonight, but my printer stopped working. So,
We'll get you one.
but with a great investigation of one Dragon Knight fighter, found a couple rooms of loot and found a lot of gold. Found this what you guys deemed as a phylactery of the Lich, and kept it with you instead of destroying it.
Still breaking it.
You also found other loot, other pieces of magical items, and with that you left the ziggurat with purple worms still on your blood scent as you travel all the way back to the ship in Stonespire, in the East Rock River, excuse me. And then you made your way towards Stonespire, and once you made it there, you had essentially, it's pretty much a night. I think that's about where we left off, unless I'm forgetting something. Pretty sure you made docks and got your earring from Zodia and left it at that. You guys had plans to go about the day and do your next deeds. I think we were just resting and leveled up.
Yes, sir.
So, with that, what would you all like to do here tonight?
That shield
Or
has
as the
78
next day
current HP on it.
comes anew.
If you want to write all that down.
What's...
Also, I totally forgot. I don't have them done yet, but I need to text you something that you found.
Okay.
But only you know about it. You had I'll just say this, you had an inkling to not share. Okay, I'll send you what you...
I think I know what it is.
I don't think you do. You have no clue what it means.
Oh,
You
what
would
it
have
means?
No, you would have never.
No,
This is not a hint. When you were searching the room before the rest of your group, you found one,
okay.
You found one other thing, but something in your mind told you not to, like, keep it to yourself right now.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I forgot to tell you that after you searched the room the first time, and I forgot to tell you at the end too. So.
Is it night or is it morning?
I think because they leveled up, they would have had to have rested. So I said we
it's in the morning,
were pulling into the morning and we leveled up.
Okay.
Cool. I'll wake up, I'll pull everybody together. Use this tomorrow.
And yeah, so when you wake up, you kind of get yourself put together, then you look around the room in the kind of captain's quarters, and you get everyone else rounded up with you.
I'll stand up on the table. What's the word, Captain?
I think today we're gonna go back to the city. Let's see what items we can get rid of. Try to pay this debt off.
Let me kill Bilbo.
I think we try to start seeking Grovo out. I think that's our next matter of business. But before that, we have. I know we killed the Lich, but I think there's more things that we need to destroy in this island to redeem Sigmund's life. So we'll sail into that city, take down Grovo, kill Salvador Shitstorm, and take down any sort of bad creature that's found within the. What's that one guy? Thok. Thok will also die. We'll give him the Lich thing, and we'll take back Stazgoy and name it Soti Skoy.
Sigmund Goy.
Sigmund Goy. Sigoy.
Sigmund
Sigoy.
You guys can add 1 temp HP.
What's it right now?
You guys are leaderless right now. You're like exposed.
Yeah, you guys are leaderless right now. You're running around a bunch of like chickens with your heads cut off right now.
No,
But
Slaky.
as Sigmund, or as Sylvan is delivering this speech, everyone roll perception checks.
Ooh,
17.
18.
Nat 20.
18.
Jesus, everyone hears this. As Sylvan is delivering this impactful and inspiring speech, you guys hear, yes, I'm here for a delivery for Sigmund Brightsteel out on your dock.
I walk out there.
Or like on the dock here. You see a courier out on the deck of the docks, and you see Thorn. What's your business here with Sigmund? I have a letter for him. And he hands this letter to Thorin, and Thorin looks at it. All right, I'll be sure to get this in right hands. And he turns around and he approaches the captain's quarters.
Ooh, okay.
And you hear a, Captain!
Yes.
I think you should have a look at this.
Oh, kind of open the door.
Yep.
Thank you.
I know.
Wait,
He said it was addressed to Sigmund.
might be poison. Let me see it quick.
Sigmund.
Wait, sense anything
Nature check.
magical with this or maybe poisonous? Nature? 14.
You smell rich paper.
This is good stuff. Good.
It's a tree.
Oh, it must be worth it. Gold. I can use this to get my bounty.
You see a plant there?
Hey, you do get to add 17 temp
Whoa!
HP. So it's level plus. I don't think I haven't used that in a couple levels here.
Oh, Pete! Sylvan!
I don't even want the HP. I like to use the stupid shield.
That's his old
What's all that?
You're
What do you
keep
think?
one of
Can we
that.
open it?
And Sylvan, upon
Yes, sir.
inspection, you see an image of a moon next to the seal.
It was supposed to be on the seal, but it wasn't the marker thing that wasn't like actually attaching to the seal. So
I'm kind of getting a little think that this moon was supposed to be on the seal. They were struggling getting
It
it
does
up.
look like it's supposed to be like that.
They were doing it hastily.
and it
Let's
was
reopen
hastily
it
done.
and we just bury Sigmund. Oh, we can't bury Sigmund.
It could be important.
Let's just open it. I think he would want us to
You
open
won't.
it.
Do we have his body?
You guys have his belongings.
Oh, yeah, his body's
His body
gone.
kind of like dissipated.
You have my spirit for that axe.
True, we
It
feel
didn't
that.
go on right, but it's
Okay, well, let's open
This
this.
is for Sigmund?
It's for Sigmund. It's pretty long. Okay. Sigmund, I appreciate the letter and your loyalty to me. I'll have you know I'm remaining faithful to you as well. I yearn for your return, Sigmund. You brought me so much safety and joy that I feel no one can replace. Please return soon, my warmest sunshine. I also have news for you. I am on the 15th day late. My visit to a visit confirmed. I am with a child.
Let's go! Fucking go!
The only issue is I'm not sure if it's yours. I did get with Sylvan one of the nights as well.
Just moment. There's no way to that. That's he's lying
I do not
now.
wish to be lonesome.
Insight
I do
check.
not wish to be a lonesome mother.
you can insight it.
So please.
19.
I think it was Sylvan one of the nights.
Yeah, you can tell.
I was gonna tell him, like,
I'm just.
I might look at his shoulders, like,
I don't know
Just
if
keep
it's
going.
mine.
I'm
Pretty
just
fucking
joking.
funny.
He He did say. Okay, so I am on the 15th day late. My visit to a wizard confirmed I am with the child. It is yours, Sigmund, I promise. Well, Sigmund's gonna be a kid. I didn't actually give that. That was me joking. I think Sigmund would have liked that joke. I do not wish to be a lonesome mother. Please lay down your weapons and armor and return to me. This world is full of heroes. I'm sure they can do with one less. Your daughter will need your daughter will need her hero too. I'll need you more than ever in the coming months. Please be safe out there and write back to me as soon as this reaches you. Love, Luna. Well, Sigmund got a little horny.
Poor Luna.
Oh, Luna.
I'm pretty pumped that I got my legacy lives on, baby. I planted my seed.
He planted his seed on Olmsted.
We'll be right back and tell her she's dead.
Maybe just
It's just a simple, he's dead.
maybe cast message tonight. That might be quicker, more efficient.
True.
But just tell her a short message and then we'll write one as well.
Oh, I do want to talk to Vernon. I need them to tell me if there's a teleportation circle.
I was gonna say as well, we could also have sort of the council tell them as well in person.
True. Well, maybe if we can get there, we can tell them in person. I think we tell them in person, though. I think that's... Does Luna justice, the baby mother, the carrier of Sigmund's genes. That little baby will be kind of a baby little fighter, but it's okay.
We should bring him on the ship. Show him how to be a man.
Her.
Well, I mean, technically, he can still...
How to be a woman.
Sigmund
Never
can
mind.
still be a father to it. Instead of the baby.
Just put the sword.
Just have to have
Maybe
the axe in the hands. Just tuned to it. And Sigmund can talk to his firstborn son. Or
Gets a
daughter.
daughter.
That could be a gift for the baby shower. That axe.
It's so funny.
God, that was perfect timing for that letter.
I know. I was like, yeah,
Well,
it's a damn shame.
I knew I sent it and I had a feeling it was coming with that and I was like, oh, don't matter anymore.
Sigmund Baby Bane.
Oh, so he's killing children
That's
now.
what we can call it.
Can we move it forward here? Race time.
Well, what should we do then?
What's... I think
He's just talking about me being a dad for the last 10 minutes by himself.
Sigmund Pussy Bane.
Sigmund.
I slayed that pussy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What should we what do you say we do?
I think we try and take any items that we have that are worth of any value, whether
Yes.
they were Sigmund's or
Oh
what's
my God.
in
Yes,
there.
everybody get your items out on the table.
I have a lot from either random ones I've collected that I don't use and also friends. So, let's start with, want to go in the circle and see if anybody has anything to throw out?
Yeah, I'll get rid of these Twilight Treaders.
Okay.
Unless if, I mean, I might keep them.
I have, is this a belt? Okay, remind me of the rule again. What are we, how much do we get to have?
Oh, so
4 tunes.
So you get 4 attuned, but and you can only have 1 item in a certain spot. So like for example, you can't have a helmet that is magical and then have like a circlet that's magical.
This looks like a belt.
So belt that is,
But I don't have to tune to that, I can just wear it.
Correct.
oh, it doesn't have an attunement. So if it has a star on it, that
Oh,
means
okay.
attuned.
So then I can like 4 of the stars.
Great.
4 of the stars, and like for example, you could have a helmet, a chest piece or cape, or a necklace. You can have a belt or pants. You can have boots, or like bracers are a part of that too. So like, kind of depends.
Okay.
Or I guess I would say bracers,
Gauntlets.
necklace.
Bracers are gauntlets, right?
Yeah, bracers or gauntlets or gloves or whatever.
Right.
Necklace or I think a belt would all be in 1 slot, but you could have pants, and boots, or a top, or a cape.
And I think 2 rings, right? I think there's a limit on
If you
rings.
have 1 on each hand.
Yes.
But yeah, so you can only have 4 attuned, but we're kind of counting it as hand in hand though. So like if you have a ring, you can only have a sword or something else in the other hand that's attunable.
Okay.
So if you have 2 rings, your weapon probably won't be able to be. I mean, we'll negotiate.
One item, I'm not sure if I knew,
Negotiate.
is the Titan's Tooth Claymore.
Let me see that.
It's good for the wild shape, but it's a 2-handed weapon, meant to fight in close proximity, and I'm not much of somebody that does that. So
What if we saved that as a peace offering to your father?
that's fine with me. Hopefully,
We could also give him that shield as a peace offering. Unless you plan on using it, which is fine as well.
this is one-handed, right?
Yeah. Give us a staff.
I'm gonna hold the shield for now.
I can mend it for you.
So this
Take
segment
out
is
that. Perfect.
I didn't know you could use shield. It's perfect.
Also,
we don't have something.
reminder, you also still have 3 items that have not been identified from the Lich's Hoard.
Yes.
Can't we take that to the person who made the business deal with? Get like that item to identify them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Sven.
Sven, yes.
What items have we not identified?
I'm trying to remember what one we did. No, we did the vestments, vestments, the helmet.
That robe.
Oh,
The
who wants some
robe.
magic carpet?
I don't need it.
I can take the carpet.
You want
So you have
Sigmund and I had a lot of memories on this thing.
Yeah.
Let me see.
2 arrows and a potion of swords
Oh, yes. That haven't been
that
identified.
have not been identified that I think you have on your persons.
Yeah.
Those are your things.
Just to
That
have
was,
them.
that was
So I don't let you see
You
them
wearing
until
it?
they identify us.
I would say that
Do you have your AC?
as far as the arrows go, we probably should keep those for our ranger friend.
Your C signal next books.
Then we could see what the potion is, and then everything else I think is moderately fair game.
Did this help you, Lee?
What? Oh yeah. Because it gives me 13 plus. I mean, I agree to get rid of it, but it gives me 13 plus wisdom and it's druid only.
You're casting blank growth.
It has blank growth.
Ah. Oh yeah, that's good. You can't use this and stack it with my temporary HP.
Oh, I can't.
No.
The plant growth or all of it?
Just the plant growth. Or
Okay.
just the temp HP.
Okay. I don't need your temp HP.
I don't know what else we can sell. So
What
if we're
about here? Let's
keeping
look
this,
through. Here, look
we
through
can just
Sigmund
sell
stuff
this
with me. What about these hoppers?
It's fine in the booth. I'm not
I have a feeling this Skullkeeper garment could be useful someday.
Some of them are these.
I'm not sure.
Useful someday.
Probably within like the next 30 minutes, maybe an hour.
We ever find somebody, we ever find someone new, we'll just donate this to him. Looks pretty raggedy.
I'll be your peace offering to him.
Looks raggedy to me.
What about the sword then? What about this life set sword? It's the heelish rebuke thing.
Do you think that would be better than the one that you got? Obviously,
I mean, maybe, but
the only thing I'm thinking is that in the sense that, like, you don't necessarily use your sword for combat as much, but the properties that Sigmund used it for could be beneficial for what you're doing.
So I will also tell you that I did say I would allow you to have 2 weapons as attuned. Just remember it is an action to switch.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, you have to have that
So I guess I could just-
equipped
I
to
could
use
just
this
attune it.
property.
Right.
So is this?
So if you wanted
Are
to
these the
use
same?
swords-
Because this one I use Dex. Are they?
Let me see.
It doesn't like
I mean-
say, but I think
It's
So-
a D8, so maybe it's
You use Dex on this one?
that's what I've always done. but-
That's strength, because that's a long sword.
Yeah, because I think this is just a normal, like,
Because that one like adjusted to you. I think that's why you got
Oh,
the
yeah,
dex.
this one's-
so this one adjusted to you, so it became a short sword.
Yeah.
But I think we also said for this one, because it had the ability to do that, it became Dex. This
Okay.
one would be Strength.
This one's strength.
Okay, so I probably won't use it.
I mean, I could just have it and just switch it.
I would
That's
wait,
an
let me see
action
the
to switch
let me
it.
see the Strength one. That's the +4. I would say if you wanted to do, it would be it'd match that one. So it'd be one. It'd be instead of +4, it'd be +2.
+2.
But it's your Dex instead,
Okay.
and it would shrink.
So it'd
down.
be the
It would
same.
be still a longsword for you, but it wouldn't be as big. Like your attunement would shrink it down to be a longsword for Sylvan,
Right.
but it would allow you to
Do you
use
think you'll use
Dex.
that?
I think. Well, I think I would gain
I like it.
+2 to hit.
It's kind of what we do.
Yes.
I could use
What do you
it
think?
as well if you want. I would have to get rid of my this shield from Sigmund.
No, you should use the shield. And you need this, don't you? Don't you need that to cast spells?
Yes. So I think maybe just I'll roll with these.
I'll attune to it.
I was gonna say, otherwise I could hold on to it. It's just that
I'll attune.
my current weapon is a little bit better for my
What the
usual
boots,
situations.
were those worth selling?
The ironclad gives you resistance to fire. I'm looking at gain level 4. Exhaustion due to extreme heat.
I think we should maybe sell that.
I agree.
You sell them.
We're never around fire
Do you want
anyways.
to keep this one? I can. I think I always forget to use those.
I'll give this to your dad. We don't have to give that to your dad too. My
I'll hold on to it for now.
only thought was that, you know, and maybe we see how much.
Get rid
it's
of those
worth.
gloves. Those aren't worth anything.
I'll keep it.
Maybe we see how much the sword's worth, and if it comes at its pretty hefty price.
How
then
many days
maybe-
do we have left? Not many.
Probably 3.
I was gonna say it's probably a couple at this point.
It's pretty quick travels. Should we sell this thing?
The Tito?
No, this
No,
is
that
the hat
hat.
of the Mad Wizard.
The false wizard.
False Wizard. So wait, we only have 2 things to sell?
My greatest creation. Just being
Hey,
sold.
nobody else has anything.
What I have, I'm using besides the carpet.
I'll just check the value on the sword. I mean, my dad hasn't found us yet.
Stop.
Who knows when he will. So we'll
We
leave
can
that-
check.
we'll put
That'll
a
be a
maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the salesman or whatever. Let's go to Burner. Let's go to Burner.
Burner.
Well, do we want to go to Sven first and have him identify the rest of our items and see what they're worth? I know we're not going to do anything with the arrows because we're going to give them to Brecken, but there's a potion that we don't know what it does yet. That could be
Yeah,
worth
let's
something.
go to Sven.
Oh, I have 2 potions as well. I don't know if we.
We should just get all of our items checked.
We ever look at these Whiffed water potion and bloody. I don't remember what I was
So you made a nature check on the bloody Marilith one, and you got the gist of it. If you want to make, or if anybody in the party wants to make a Arcana check on that potion, they can do so.
Bradley,
Yes,
can you make an Arcana on this?
I can.
Just make an Arcana.
It's 22.
23. You easily find out what that does. So if you want to read it,
You can use a reaction even if you already used one since the end of your last turn. Once used, the potion effect ends. Deep crimson color, thick, and tastes like ground pepper, hot spice, and sour tomato juice. Lasts for 1 minute.
so essentially gives you an extra reaction for a minute.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it.
And outside of all the other items we got out of that cave, you know, the ziggurat, is that what we're left with to sell?
Just these two, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how that even
We'll
happened.
check with the other ones too. I mean the sword. Yeah, I think we can go.
Check the sword.
We'll go to Sven first, and then we'll bounce to Berder. See what he has to say.
So you make your way to Sven, and
Yeah, you guys knock on his door and please come in, and opens the door for you, and you guys are kind of in this husk of a building right now.
Son, we need you to identify some items for us.
Oh
Let's do them a meter.
for sure. And he kind of goes back behind a counter and he picks up his little device and he puts it down and he points the thing at it and
Sword.
you see the meter kind of, and it's pointing at rare, right in the middle.
Rare.
Okay. But again, yes, this item doesn't necessarily value the equipment you bring to me, but it shows its rarity. And he points it at that, and
It goes that was the other way.
what?
It goes like negative.
It goes to rare.
Rare.
So it goes down one notch. It goes
Wait, was this rare?
Yeah, that was rare too.
Oh, that was rare?
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
that one would have been uncommon. Sorry, I was just going one level under.
Then I'll do the ironclad boots.
Okay, yep. Doop, doop, doop. I think that gave resistance to fire.
Yeah, so I think that was rare as well.
A little rare for that one.
You don't mind,
I'll stick my hands out.
Yep. And you see it shoot up.
You're so
And it's that very rare.
He goes.
Oh my god. Jazz hand well.
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll stick my foot out and test my boots.
Are you the
Twilight
Yep,
Treasure.
those go to rare.
Rare.
Yep.
So I can use me and round. Oh, that'd be nice.
No, I'll just put both my swords out there.
Yep.
What's your theme movement?
The wolf one is uncommon. Life's Edge is rare.
I just have to wear the stupid hat. Conehead. Conehead.
Alrighty, well. Should we go to bird air?
That's our next stop.
Never know.
Well, thank you. We just wanted to get those tested.
Oh yes.
That's what we ripped off.
There's fun.
Any progress on the supplies?
No.
Oh, okay.
We have an idea of how we're going to start working on that when we leave the island, but we don't have anything to actually present right now.
Well, again, let the docksmith know. I'll be upgrading your ship, and I'll be supplying payments. So, whenever that time is, just let them know to contact me for the payment.
Alright.
We'll do.
Hey, did I talk to somebody about that?
Yeah, you did, and then they got pissed at you, and then
Oh, you're
then you
right,
were
they
gonna
did
send
get
then we
pissed
were
at me.
gonna send me to be more diplomatic.
I'll go
gonna
talk to him
send-
again.
Yeah.
If we're gonna send somebody else as well on our ship with
Yeah, it was me and my acquaintance. Tahara.
I know.
Tom.
Might be
Well, thank you,
able to
Sven.
work down.
So we'll head to Burger.
Okay.
Go to Burgers.
Got it. Yeah. So you guys traverse through Stone Spire, and you make your way to Birders.
Bird air. We're back. Soti Maulkeye.
And it looks like he is examining this orb or a sphere of sorts. And it seems like there's a metal band that, like, you know those gyrosphere things, like where you sit in it and it like moves you around and all the different like angles of like the circles go around. Seems like he's holding on to it, and like a piece will like rotate like that, and like then it'll switch in a different direction, and he's just kind of like holding it aloft in the air.
Ah, interesting. Looks kind of cool, bird air.
Ooh, Sylvan, how are you today?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Is there anything I can convenience you in?
Well, I did want to check in on 2 items that you're making for us.
Yes, you were looking for
It's like the gauntlets
the
and
gauntlets from the Gallahorn, yes?
yeah.
And
Is there
then,
another thing?
yes, I believe you were looking for a chest piece of sorts.
Yeah.
I do have the chest piece done. Most that I could make out of it is just a little boost to, well, not maybe a boost, but a resistance to a sorts.
Alright.
So with this piece of armor, and he kind of motions actually to Stuart, and Stuart kind of brings out this humanoid-sized piece of mail. And it looks like the skin of the Gallahorn was like put onto a plate armor,
Oh, yum.
and it looks magically affixed. And he says, "This piece of plate mail will grant you resistance to bludgeoning, as well as any oncoming projectiles that do bludgeoning will also be reduced by half."
Okay. That's nice. Well, thank you, bird air.
Yes. The gauntlets, unfortunately, will take some time. So once those are done, I can definitely get those to you.
Sounds good. Can we have
Those are
that?
a little
Can we
tricky.
take that with us right now?
Yes, and he can give it to you. I don't have the sheet on me, but I'll.
Okay.
So essentially, if anybody uses it for right now, just know it's just called the Gallahorn plate. Give gains you resistance to bludgeoning damage, and any oncoming projectiles that do bludgeoning will be also reduced by half. So that means you're taking only quarter damage on that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
like a
because-
catapult.
Yeah. So like if you were to get hit by a bludgeoning weapon, anything bludgeoning in general will be half damage because you're resistant. But a projectile, when it's thrown at you, more or less bounces off and you take quarter damage.
Okay, that's cool.
Half a half.
We do have a couple items that maybe you'd be interested in.
Yes, are you looking to sell?
Yeah.
Well,
These and then this big sword.
so he first takes a look at the
That sword
boots.
has slayed many.
He takes the boots first and he kind of like motions with his head, and 3 goblins come up and they're like struggling to hold on to the Titan's Tooth Claymore, and they're just like wobbling around just trying to get it. Oh, ho, ho! Be careful. That is very fine. And he takes the boots and he like sorts of like tries to bend them and like test the leather, and he like slams them on the ground. Pretty good. And he takes them up and he pulls down his glasses and he starts to study them. Well, these are very nice, very similar to what I essentially just sold you, or well, gave you, I guess, in our partnership here. Obviously, this grants some boons, gives you some resistance to fire, it looks like, and helps with exhaustion in planes of fire. Seems. Very, very nice boots. Looks rare. I could give you 5,000 gold.
5,000? Alright.
And then the Titan's Tooth. Well, also a rare specimen of a weapon, and he kind of uses his magic and plops it down on the table in front of him, and he inspects it, and he's like measuring it. Well, you'd have to be pretty strong, which might make it a little difficult to sell, because you definitely need the strength to wield this. I definitely could not myself, but it is rare indeed.
So then, tell him how my father or family had weld that sword.
That sword's
Oh.
meaning goes very deep.
Well, if this is of family heritage, I'm assuming of the Druids, well, with that I could give it 7,500.
Pretty close.
That is pretty close.
Don't we have a hat or some kind?
Oh, we do have this thing.
He takes it, and he looks at it.
Need 5 gold.
He looks at it and he goes,
5 gold.
well, it's definitely. And
It's
he
just cursed right now.
and he so you say it's cursed.
Yeah.
And he puts it down after you say it, and he puts his hand away.
So
And
if you wear it.
he puts his glasses back on, and he looks at it very inquisitively, and he's looking at it. I don't trust it. Say it's cursed. It definitely looks cursed. It's rough around the edges, and it seems that's by design. It seems uncommon, but something lies below. It's hard to decipher, but
Maybe if we break the spell, it'll be better.
it seems like it's had some history, but in its current state, I'm sorry, I can only give you 500 gold.
We'll just keep that one.
But I am curious about it. Roll a persuasion check.
Nat 20.
PLP!
2,000 gold.
Oh.
PLP!
It's millions.
I'll give you 1,000.
1,000 gold for that thing.
I'm very curious about what the heck I could do with this.
What are your ideas?
Well, if I could break the curse, I feel like there's something underlying, but it's tricky. It seems uncommon. It doesn't seem very rare at all, but the intrigue. And you see him like get lost, and he's holding on to it now.
Can I see the item? I don't even remember what it does.
And he's like holding on, like he's like this, holding on to the hat, and he's just like drifting off, like.
Are you okay, Bernard?
Why, yes. Why do you ask?
You were like spacing off for a minute.
Yes, I mean, nobody could tell what you could do with a hat like this.
True.
So, yes, 1,000 gold. I will take it.
That turns into something powerful then.
Right, so you might as well see what it does.
Unless we have any use for it. It would be nice, but again, we don't know exactly what it does either.
I feel like all three of those items would put us right there, basically.
What is it?
You can
So
get
right now-
1250 out of them.
Right now.
Keep pushing.
And I have money that I can put towards the fund too.
I have 80 good gold.
Activates the hat.
Alright, I think we if you sell them all, you want to just
Okay, I'll just use two.
Yeah,
I vote
Hey,
That's kind of
Sigmund.
smart.
That's fine with me.
We're gonna
Okay.
act like this is the hat.
My father, if he really wanted a weapon for my brother, they would have found me. I know. Let's sell it.
I'm good with selling
True.
all three.
sell them all three.
Might as
Yeah, we'll sell them 13,500.
I think I put a 600 gold on the list.
Yeah, I got it right
He
here.
puts the hat on.
That's in my pocket right now.
Deal.
Perfect.
And then he runs off and he grabs some gold.
Daddy likes that hat so much.
13,500.
Do anything.
And he puts it down for you.
I'll put it back
Good
there.
day. 13,500. Thank you.
Further,
Yes.
would you do us a favor? And obviously, the hat is yours. But if you find out something interesting with it, could you send us a note or letter? I'd be interested to see what capabilities you find.
Yes. Well, of course. It's giving you me a spark of interest.
You seem revitalized, Berger.
Yes. Yes, I know exactly who I could go to for this. Oh, fun. You see him space off again for a hot second. Seems like the unfocused person that he normally is.
Alright, guys, well, I think we can maybe pay this off.
If we can, that's our next stop, honestly.
That's what it should be. If you know how to do it.
Let's wait for him to come
Do you
to
want the
us.
golden bank? You wanna wait?
I'd like the intrigue of meeting him again.
Where's that hat, by the way?
I think,
You should
Fucker,
sneak
I was
in.
trying to keep it.
Treasure
I
girl.
stole it!
Next session, you'd be like, hey, can I sell this?
that's like the dice you guys had.
Oh, yeah.
Fuckers stole it.
We were cheating.
You guys are cheating bastards. Cheating bastards.
I'm at 39,000. We're close.
How much do you need?
Well, Sigmund had some gems that we could sell.
What is the exact number that you need?
Oh, I need to figure that out.
History check, so.
I need 41,000, I know.
Yep.
But you're meaning, are you meaning like how much I need difference?
Yeah, like how much more I have on me. I haven't bought much stuff for me. Most of the things I'm wearing we've come upon. The only thing I bought was the meat that I got for Dora when I was back on the
I need
island.
1,500.
I know a
I
guy.
have 11.
I know a guy who's got some
Brecken thinks you
gold.
got a decent amount of gold.
I have 1,100 gold I could give.
Brecken has thousands on him,
He does have 1,000 or 2,000.
and he hasn't done anything except get Sigmund killed the last 5 sessions.
He's got a shield in his inventory.
I have 190 gold, so
I think Brecken's even drunk right now. We'll look over at Brecken.
Let's go to the golden bank.
He's hammered.
So I'm gonna Start walking to the gold bank.
Yep.
Gold bank.
Sorry, hold on.
They might accept those gems as payments, honestly.
I know.
We could see what they're worth.
And so
as
yeah,
well.
you guys walk up to the Golden Bank, and there's a little bit of a line, but eventually it passes, and you guys are up at the stand. Hello.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Edor.
Hello, Edor. My name's Sylvan. I have a giant bounty. A giant loan that I took out.
And he looks back, and you can see an ever-changing list of names and when they're coming due and for how much. And you see Sylvan, this is Horus, 41K, near the top.
Am I one of the bigger ones?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Yeah, you are.
Glad I am. Might take another one out.
Please do. We love the business.
Good. All right, so 41,000 you need?
He looks up. Yeah, that's what it says.
Do you guys take gems as payment?
No,
Just gold.
but if we wanted to do a little under the table, we
Oh,
could.
all right, let's do that.
Wait, Sylvan.
Hey, wait, no. What?
You sure you want to do
As
this?
long as he clears my name, I'm fine.
Look at this guy.
He looks like a smart
And
man. He's very
just
tall, but
he's like a teller. You're just sitting there like,
Your call. But
he's
I'm
been
not.
working a long time.
I'm not fighting Cletus if they send him.
No, I know. So, what do you mean under the table?
well, I give you a lot less than market value of the gems. But then I can maybe cover the cost of your bounty for just a little bit.
So you'd pay some gold for me if you to take the gems.
Yeah, but
But you
probably.
would make money.
Oh yeah.
Will our bounty be paid off
Oh yeah.
fully?
Yeah.
This guy's smoking reefer or something. Fill your pipe. Maybe I'll get him going.
So how does this work? How do you clear my name?
Oh well, you pretty much just give me the gold. And he looks down. He finds the S's in his charts. He pulls it out. There's a scroll. He lays it out. Once you sign this, I stamp it. Gold's been given, and it'll erase your name from up there.
Okay. So, if you cover, I have 1,000 gold worth of gems.
Yeah.
So if you pay 800 of my bounty,
I was
You
thinking
make-
more like 500.
no, that's a terrible deal.
Take it or leave it.
We're leaving that.
Come on.
Because we have the gold, we were just trying to help you make a little extra cash.
Come on.
I mean, we can just walk down.
Come on, this is not going to be enough.
You know, ass. That is persuasion.
Here's the thing. We have the coin, we just were trying to use our resources from our fallen companion.
Oh, I thought you guys needed a little extra, but you got gems to cover it.
Like we had gems, I mean, it would have been nice to use those, but
Yeah.
just go sell them.
Yeah, I'd probably just sell them.
Okay. Well guys, I need some money.
Reckon.
Like 1,500.
Cough up some dough.
Yeah, I think he's got like 27.15.
Yeah, we'll take 1,500 for brackets.
Okay.
So we update it.
Yeah, just update it.
Thanks, Brecken. It's good to see you again, by the way.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, man.
So with that, I will.
You took 1,500. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There. I'm assuming he came with us, but I don't know.
I mean, he was at the ship.
He's on the ship.
Yeah, you're right.
He might be
I
some
forgot
chicks
that.
right now in a bar.
No, I forgot.
Yeah, you guys agree.
I forgot that you actually regrouped them last session. He obviously told you what happened. Forgot about that too. Yeah, he's laying low to be on your good side. So he is staying at the ship for the
I'm
moment.
still.
Okay. I will take all the money out,
Trying not to fuck up.
and I'll kind of just like shovel it up there, a couple different bags maybe,
Yep.
and I'll get 41,000 out.
Yep.
Oh, actually, it'll be 30. Technically, it'll be 31,000 gold, and then 1,000 platinum.
Okay.
Well, it's all roughly.
All translates, transfers. But yeah, so he starts taking the bags and he dumps it in.
We have a lot of money now.
And he's watching something behind the counter, and then once he pours the last bag, 41,000. And he takes a little, almost like gavel, and he hits your contract thing, and you see a big sigil hit it, and it kind of radiates a little bit, and then you see your name fall off the board, and you see it stacks back up.
Look at that.
So,
Good job, boys.
does it track them when you enter it? Or how? Or is you just hitting the gavel make it work?
Kind of looks at it. I don't really know the whole mechanics behind it, but yeah, I'm just pretty much your typical 8 to 5 guy here.
I should have just gotten a job the last 2 weeks here.
Sure, we could have just
Just
said
hit the
work.
gavel and you guys have been good. But
Oh,
we've
yeah,
we've earned it now.
Yeah,
Alright, well, thank you, sir.
yeah.
You can say I am now free of my debt.
You're debt free, but you looking to take another loan out?
No. We're gonna avoid that for a little bit until I'm feeling risky again.
Bank's doing really good now.
Is it?
It's-
We'll give it maybe 2 days and then we might buy some more stuff.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you.
Of course. Then
I'll leave.
Yep. And so you guys leave, and you feel Sylvan, you feel this sense of weight lifted off your shoulders and burden, and almost this impossible to lift ticking in your head has now been freed as you pay off this gold.
And
Well, that feels good now.
as you're walking out, you couldn't help but catch out of the corner of your eye, and you look and you see a figure standing with his back to the wall looking at you, and he goes, turns around the corner. You don't see him.
I'm gonna give him a little head nod with my hat.
Do we all see that?
Just see that. So you just like, you all see him Sylvan start to talk, and then he just kind of goes like this real quick.
Alrighty.
Well, that's
Well,
nice.
what do you guys think? Should we go? Want to go talk to the king? Want to go talk to? We kind of have some.
I don't think the king wants to talk to us.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Damn it.
He does want us to lay low, but it wouldn't necessarily be a possible terrible idea to try and see if we can communicate with him some way. We just have to do it the right way.
You want me to fly up there?
We need to set some kind of flag or communication symbol on the boat, and he will send people to me, and then we will.
I guess what would we even talk to him about?
Yeah, make a history check.
We could tell him we're going to take out Grobo from what we've discovered. We took one of our men,
19.
19.
tortured him.
You remember that he said he will definitely contact you, and that he will have somebody or some way of watching you for the moment to be right.
We could also try to talk to School of Guard about the.
I was kind of thinking we should talk to him. That'd be kind of fun to do.
I'll be down for that.
That's fine.
I'm good with that.
So we go there?
Well, I just gotta send and see if they have a teleportation circle in the
Hmm.
place. They have to tell me the sigil. They have
Gotcha.
to give that to me. I'll do that.
I'm fine with that, because then it gives time for the leader of this place. It also lets us tell Sigmund's fallen what has happened.
At some point as well, I'd like to venture back into the mountains and see what's there.
I would too.
I think that there's a lot unanswered that lies there.
I agree.
We're down to another man now.
And
You know, wait till
are you guys
there's another
heading
one.
back to the ship?
Yeah, we'll
That's
kind of
it,
start
yeah.
walking
Yeah,
back to the ship.
I want everybody to make perception checks.
Come on. We won't bad at these. 23.
11.
Dirty 20.
7.
You all see a figure is standing at the docks. It's a Goliath,
Okay.
and he's standing in front of your ship, looking out right at you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Oh.
Can we help you?
There's somebody that wants to speak with you.
Who would that be?
You look familiar. You should know. And he turns and walks away.
Shall we follow?
Do you know what this says, Dawes? Lionel, the one who knows no one.
He's just walking away.
I'll follow.
Our rival, the
Let's
one
try.
who knows no one.
I'm just gonna start walking right
Everyone
behind
knows
him.
him.
I'll follow as
We'll
well.
follow this guy.
Yeah,
You're a
and-
big man.
And you're not.
You lift
Thanks.
weights.
What are weights?
What? What'd you say?
Doesn't lift weights.
I lift weights, yeah.
No, you don't.
I do.
You just stretch bad.
And yeah, he's just walking with his arms crossed right through this middle of the city.
You have skipped leg day a few times.
Sylvan.
I could still
Or
punt you
something.
about a mile.
I don't.
Sylvan.
What?
Don't.
You're lucky I don't cut your tongue. There's someone that is important enough that needs to see you.
That's really important. I see.
You seem to be
I
doing
was
that
just
quite
trying to
often.
point out. I was just trying to point something out. So maybe I can help you out, give you some tips on how to work legs.
When he says that, I want to cast Grasping Vine behind him. And I just want to like yank him back 30 feet. So I want to put it 30 feet behind him and then yank him back 30 so it's run to catch up with him.
And so, does he have to make a save for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
He
great.
has to make
Because it's a thorn whip, right? So
I'm
it's
Grasping Vine.
grasping vine. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a decent spell actually.
You have to make dexterity
Yes.
saving throw.
You get 25.
Yeah, let's do fast.
And with that, you you try to grasping vine, and these roots come out of the ground, and they try to latch at Sylvan's feet, and Sylvan, you just kind of like Irish.
And I'm actually gonna
across
kind of speed up and walk in front of the guy, and just kind of start shredding my stuff.
Okay, I'll cast it again and whip you back again.
And with that, before that you even get to that, so when you try to walk in front of him, and he just steps over top of you, and
Oh.
starts walking faster.
And I think about punching his nuts, but I don't.
Thankfully, he said you'd think about it.
I was just thinking about, and then I'll just back up.
And
I think
I'll
I'll
leave
punch
him
this guy's nuts.
and
He's like sitting there.
If he walked over me, I'm picturing.
He's got his loincloth on. You see two big glide ball sack.
And you guys are escorted
Hanging a
to
lot.
the large temple in the middle of Stone Spire. And this Centaur guard,
Welcome to the king.
there's about 7 centaurs and 1 out in front.
I'm gonna walk up.
And then as you all approach or are getting escorted by this Goliath, he says, "Yes. You can go back to your station on the other side, Goliath. We will take it from here. You all come inside. There's someone who has more information."
Oh, interesting.
And he turns around and the Centaur guard split open. So there's 3 on 3 and they draw their spears out in front and you walk underneath it and you enter the temple.
Hmm.
And
I'll keep
as-
walking like I've been here
Oh, the
before.
walls look like pretty nice. I've never been in here.
So as you walk through the door of the temple, there is this large, like 20-25 foot, just square opening, met by a solid brass door. And as he opens it up, it opens with no noise, and you feel as if like the warm air just rushes out of the room, or maybe even into the room. As you kind of step through, there's on the farthest side, immediately when you pass that threshold of the door, you see along the marble flooring a large centaur-built chair or throne, and you see a centaur on its side, human part, sitting upright, and you see a figure, a dwarven figure on the right, and another figure on the left. But it seems to be sort of like speaking into the side of the chieftain. You can't really see what that thing or that being looks like, but there are pillars approaching, and as you essentially step to a pillar, there's 2 guards that kind of step out and assume a position. And it's in all manner of different types, and you actually see someone you recognize, as there's a dragonborn that seems to be in the back corner, and it seems like he is like taking care and he's like polishing like fine wares of sorts, and it just there's like this big face that he like essentially carries, and he like comes up towards the chieftain and like sets it down and like scurries back.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's actually pretty happy though.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't seem like
friend.
seems like he was given work, and it doesn't seem like slave labor, and he's enjoying it.
Nice.
Good.
You've done good in this world.
Tip this guy.
You don't have much
And-
money to tip. Or I don't. You guys might.
I
130.
Boy, do you mind the expensive reckon. Thanks, bud.
And yeah, and you guys all start approaching. You're still kind of getting escorted by that lead centaur, but he seems to be taking a very cautious, slow pace, and allowing essentially the guard to assume their positions and essentially take part in being ready for anything. And as you approach, sorry guys, I'm looking for information on somebody, but I forgot where I put it. Oh, got it. Okay. As you all approach, I want you to make a perception check again while you are approaching the throne.
Oh, hot on the perception tonight.
Oh, maybe. That 20.
30, 20.
Jesus.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Alongside of someone you remember the first time is this dwarven woman, actually, that stands on the right hand side, your left of the throne. And they seem to be essentially standing just there, paying attention to you as you walk up. You all see that this centaur has this sort of ring mail armor on top of large, like, studded plates. And you see that there's this chain over top of a helmet with horns that stick around the backside, and he is a large figure. Almost double the size of Torin, just in height alone. Seems like he's a very large centaur. And to the right of him sits a half-orc, or stands with his back and shoulder turned towards you. He's dressed in military wares, but it seems like everything is kept. It almost seems like nothing has seen battle on him. Seems pretty pristine, but you see as he sort of turns his head towards you a little bit, you see that he's bald. He has a bushy goatee that droops down, but he has one large scar across his nose and disappears into his armor.
Hello? What calls us here? Chieftain?
Doris. And he
Yes.
stands up, and as he stands tall, you now get the real height of the figure. And yes, he is about like 13 feet tall, standing, and he has this large ballista type weapon, but it also looks like a pike, and he sort of slams it down. And you see and hear the guard get tense, and they put their legs together and smash their spears into the ground too, and then they all stand ready. We have found more information on this rock, this ore, and he throws out a large piece out in front of you, and it is like this big.
I'll like stop over
And
my
it
foot.
just, slowly you stop it, and it looks exactly like the same piece that he showed you last time, but like triple the size,
Yeah.
if not even quadruple the size.
Okay.
It is growing. It is spreading. It does not stop at man. We can do nothing. Our studies are halted, but its corruption grows. It's still in mend and form, as I showed you before. Magic can disappear some of it, but there is no finality. It does grow back like fungus. Have you come across more?
We haven't come across any more, but we have an idea of where more would be.
And where?
In the mountains. In the Minersville Caves specifically. Again, we found this piece underneath your city in the sewers, but when you apparated it last time in front of me, the stuff that we saw when we were in the Minersville Caves, when the Razorback got up and left, that is what the form was in one of the rooms, and the room was covered in it. Which would lead me to believe that if what you're saying is true and it continues to grow like a fungus, then that means that entire cave or that entire mountain range at some point will be consumed by this.
That is not good. We have brought in a wizard. My handyman here, Commander Grev, has sought him out, but his magics are no use. We need something to purify. We've noticed that there is heavy dark magics involved here.
Do you think it's man-made?
And he sort of looks towards Grev, and Grev speaks up. Folds his arm. No, I don't think it's man-made. However, something has tampered with it.
By the damn scientist. It was either that or something else.
Could be him.
Seems as if something darker, whether it was purposeful or not, has seemed to allow this corruption to spread.
And you guys even see, looking at this shard on the ground, you start seeing kind of the floor it's sitting on start transitioning into the kind of the material of what it was in that room where you fought those devils. The floor starting to transition to that.
Oh, should we pick it up?
It is harmless when you pick it up, yes, for a short amount of time.
I just don't want it to spread in your cave here. Or in your
Only
temple.
in its spot it might, but yes.
Pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up, and it feels like sludge, but it has form right away. And you sort of like just kind of like fumble with it, and like after a little bit of like trying to keep it held together without like drooping on the floor again, it solidifies. And it just feels like the more you like unintentionally pack, it solidifies. And yeah, there's like just a small blackish spot on the ground with like a weird purplish like outline on it, but it doesn't seem to have been there long enough to do damage.
Well,
It seems like the bigger the piece, the easier and faster it corrupts.
I can only imagine what a whole room would do.
Who knows how that mountain looks like even now?
What do you think? I mean, you wanted us to go try to see what we can find?
I want you to stop it
That'd be great
before
too.
it spreads farther than just the mountains.
who knows what types of beasts can come from this type of corruption.
Yeah, we saw one beast come from it.
We've had sightings of the worms underground being more active.
Those probably keep getting pushed this way.
Soon, if you believe so, if you've seen them, if they get to the city, it will unleash a whole new havoc we have never faced before. You've taken out one Dracodile, but imagine 30.
The only issue, it's not an issue, it's inconvenience, is when I found the piece that I gave you, when I spoke of Grobo, he was working with someone and they were, either they know what it does and they're trying to use it as a weapon, or they're trying to do the same thing we are, which is trying to figure out what it does, so then they can weaponize it, would be my guess. Which then that creates the secondary issue that if they weren't doing that, then we would be able to likely just try to go to the mountains and try to figure out some way to stop this. If we had someone, whether it's your associate or if you knew someone that would be able to help us, we would be able to safely guide them there and we could try and dispel it there. But I fear that even if we got into the mountain and got rid of it, if Grobo's hand is in this, he's probably got more of this and he's going to use it, and so that means we're going to have to fight a war on two fronts.
My sources say that Grobo is also at a stalemate. He has no more information than I. My source was near him when some information was given. You said you were in the sewers. I assume that was also you who thwarted their progress.
Yes.
Good job. And he takes the smaller shard that you gave him before, and he tosses it back out on the ground. Now that we have a bigger piece, you can keep that for reference. Thank you for using it on Lent.
Of course, I'll pick that. I'll pick the smaller shard up and put it in my pocket, or the bag.
But where is your missing person? And we'll say by this time, Brecken is with you, so he's not talking about Brecken.
We went to a ziggurat on the northwestern side of the gnarled fields, and inside the ziggurat we've run into a lich. And the lich used powerful
Which
magic.
lich?
Her name was Casto.
Her ziggurat is still there.
It was underneath very tall grass, but we were able to get inside. We found pillars that were jutting out of the ground that led us to its location, and after combing through the grass, we were able to find a way in.
And he puts his spear down and he folds his arms, and through the chainmail you see for the first time his eyes, or his eyebrows frown into view, and he kind of like looks down to the side and looks at you.
Did you know her, Casco?
No, not personally. She's before my time. However, she has many and much renown. What has become of her?
We, at the expense of one of our party members, were able to temporarily get rid of her. I think we found something of hers, a memento, but I think we understand that it's called a phylactery.
And you destroyed it.
I have it with me right now.
You do not. Guards! And you see all the guards shuffle around all of you, and they put their spears on every single one of you.
We mean no harm.
No, you don't bring a lich's phylactery into the chieftain's temple. You don't understand what type of damage you could have done.
We just got it. The thing's not gonna just spawn instantly.
And when did you get this?
Like, not even a day, like a day ago, not even.
Maybe 15 hours ago.
And he puts his head in his hands and he stares with daggers into all of you.
You know nothing about liches, do you?
Nope.
I did not.
Exactly.
I do not.
Should we destroy it here
No.
and now?
A lich cannot apparate again in 5 hours. But it has a chance to in less than 24. So you bringing it here in the middle of a city?
So no, explain to me how. So how does it come back?
Its soul is bound to that thing.
Yeah.
If you kill it, it doesn't die. It goes there.
Yeah. So it's there.
And
we
within a
destroy
day,
it?
it has an ability and a chance to become what you defeated. Like that.
So I think we should give it to Grobo. Then it'll kill Grobo.
And then be released upon the city.
When we killed it once, we can kill it again.
At the expense of what?
Probably me this time.
Let's kill it now. Can you do
Without
it?
you all doing what you're doing, how do we stop corruption from happening? Who knows? The corruption spreads. You have it in the middle of this city. If the Lich is not bound to her temple anymore, she can travel wherever she likes. She can find this corruption and become even more powerful.
It was Sylvan's idea.
What's my idea? Well, I thought we'd give it to Thok, the slave trainer, and I thought we'd just let it wreak havoc from inside in. Or
A Lich is
inside
much
out.
more dangerous than Thok.
I know, but then Thok dies.
And then we still have a Lich.
Then you send the Lich Squad to go take him out.
Can we destroy
We
it
are
now?
not trading lives here. Not when a Lich is in question. Guards, seize them all, find the
Break
phylactery,
it. Just break it.
and they
I'm gonna turn into
all.
an owl.
And before you can even get there, they all grab. I want you to make a grappling check against me.
Fuck.
Before they get a hold of me, like, I'm just gonna tell them that I
17.
have it, and I'll give it to them.
So there was 4 guards on you. All of them rolled back besides one with a 20. With a +2. And they grab you and you try to, your arms just don't get enough time to like give the somatic components and you just get grappled.
That's
So
fine.
they all
There's
just
no
grab
reason to
you.
be doing
They don't
this.
do anything, they just grab you and then you feel one person out of any of the guards just kind of come in and just searching for what he thinks might be a phylactery.
I'll speak up. Chieftain, I have it. I can give it to you now, and I can even destroy it in front of you if you'd like. I am not a man who knows anything about arcane magics and liches and things. I know combat. I didn't know what this was, and I meant no offense. You can destroy it now if you'd like, and I will give it to you.
And he looks down at Grev, and Grev steps towards you, and he starts searching you, and he finds it, and he holds it out, and he like is glaring into it, and he's just like, he just starts sprinting away towards the front of the door, and he throws it.
No!
He throws it on the ground, and it just kind of like doesn't break yet, but he just throws it away, and he looks back at the chieftain, and he like steps away from the phylactery, and he just tried to get it as far away as he could from the chief.
Wait, so you just threw it up? You just
He
threw it
threw
up?
it. He essentially threw it towards the entrance and just sat there for a second, just hoping that nothing happened. And well, chieftain, how do we? And he goes, picks up his pike off his throat again, and he slams his pike down, and you all get pushed to the side. You pushed away from the center of the walkway, and he takes his pike and he puts it in his shoulder, in his armpit, and he aims at it, and you hear him go, Drokta. And as you see, the ballista pike just goes and shoots out of his essentially pike. This large ballista head just gets thrust out and immense power.
You're welcome
Oh my
for
God.
bringing this.
39 points of damage. You see this phylactery just get smoked and it cracks, and you hear a loud and it just shoots up in the air about 5 feet and lands still, and it looks like it's still holding on, but it is cracked all around the edges, and it looks like it's holding on with just the littlest amount of power.
Want me to finish that?
And you see the centaur just seething. Do what you can, Faye.
Perfect.
Can I help him?
No. And so he looks towards you, and you still have the guards with their pike or their spears pointing at you.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of get set up there. Start stretching myself out because I was just I'm gonna hit it with I don't know if I want to use it.
Mass cure wounds.
Heal. We'll heal it.
I'll just send my guiding bolt at it.
Okay, roll the hit.
Come on! Oh, 16.
Hits.
Oh, come on.
Just hits.
46. Actually, make sure it says that. Like it's never said. I'll just cast it regularly.
Chieftain, I still really think we could find some value out of this thing.
12 points of damage?
With 12 points of damage, you see this guiding bolt, this bright radiant bolt just goes and sends towards the phylactery. And as it makes impact, you hear a loud ring out, and you see this weird, sickly, bluish green light that has been surrounding the mirrored edges of this phylactery burst in a sort of wide spray, and you see parts of the glass and part of the mirrored texture sort of like get held aloft in the air as if something stops for a moment, and it pauses and slowly twists, and as you think it's about to collapse in, the glass falls to the ground, and you hear and you see this large misty form of a soul just burst out and then turns into mist and goes away. And then you see all the magical color and essence just fade as that mist drops to the ground.
I'm just gonna walk back to where I was being restrained.
And you actually all feel like the most intense grasp on all of your armors and all your shoulders slowly release, and they step back, and then they assume into their positions again.
Shoulders all sore now.
That's it.
I need a chiropractor.
Bad news? We brought that thing. Good news?
I really don't
We
think
killed
it's
it
that bad
again.
news. I don't really think it's that bad news.
Well, it's gone, so we can't use it as a trap.
Armed it.
Well, that's taken care of.
If you ever bring anything like that again, you will be dealt with.
We didn't mean to. We didn't mean to bring it to your thing. Like, we thought we'd take somebody out with it. Yeah, maybe that was my idea.
Make a persuasion check. Or deception, whatever you think you're whatever you're trying to get out
We
of
didn't
it.
mean to bring it.
15.
15. And with that, if it wasn't for your friend here, Doris, I'm trusting you that he speaks true. I'm willing to continue this partnership, but for further accounts, I do not suggest bringing heavily necrotic
essences of magic into my temple ever again.
Of course. And we apologize for even doing so. It was not our intention, as Sylvan said. It won't happen again.
I apologize on my behalf too. Seems my temper about lost itself.
It was warranted. We will be better. So, should we begin our journey? Find those. I don't even know what the piece is, especially like I pointed out.
We should.
Do you have a lead for us?
How do we
when it comes
stop
to
this?
I'm certain not. Okay, keep going.
I don't know what these
Max is just trying to get himself killed.
No!
he goes, I don't know if we should.
I'm not grasping behind him again. I'll do this all.
I'm gonna take Sigmund's sword out. And I'm gonna kind of stab it in the ground.
And you see the hard marble floor just sparks and it just
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
stand.
that's fine. Yeah, I don't, well, is it marble?
Yeah, it's
That's
marble.
good.
Yeah, just
If we're going up there, we gotta have something in return. I mean, the way I just saw it, I mean, we're putting our lives on the line for you, and you about stuck 25 pikes in our ass.
yes.
I don't know how far I can trust you there, man. Like,
Truthfully, you believe that. You brought a
No,
phylactery of a
listen.
lich into the temple of the king, of the chieftain who rules
to be honest with you,
Stonespire.
yes, we did. But we also just lost one of our best friends and our companions. And I'm not about to go send one of us to go die for you. So what are you going to do to guarantee that our safety, and that when we come back here, you're not going to turn on us and just say you're part of this so-called whatnot that's going in Stollgrit? I need some guarantees. I'm not putting one of their lives on the line again.
And you think I would put the lives of all of my kind here? All of the ones that
We're
I
putting-
rule
if
and
we-
give the better life
If
to.
we don't do what we're about to do and go stop this, there's going to be no city here.
Exactly.
And I need some guarantee that you're going to deal with something going on in Stollgrit while we're over here in the mountains dealing with the big problem.
Do you not
take care
believe
of
that I
somebody in
don't have
Stollgrit.
that going on already?
Well, it needs to happen. I need some guarantees.
If we do this, we need support
Sylvan's
taking
fired
out
up.
Robo in the slave trade that's currently in this
We need something.
island.
Yes.
I'm not trying to make an enemy here. I just...
Your efforts towards this corruption, your help, this is an alliance. I've spoken on my behalf before. When the time is right, when we figure out the corruption, you will have my forces.
With that, I do believe that you are being truthful, and I don't have any reason to doubt that what you're saying is true. I guess my only question is, do we go after Grobo and the infection that he likely has, whether it's in your city or in Stollgrit or both? Do we try to take that threat out first and then the mountains, or the other way around?
I believe whatever Grobo has now isn't because it's here already. He has brought something from those mountains. That is the source. Even if he has a large amount here, it won't spread as much as what's going on there. As of right now, what I know, what we know, is the city for now, at least Stonespire, for the most part, has not seen corruption on its surface. But there is surface damage you've reported, and my sources have reported, in the mountains. Whatever is here is not because someone created it here. It's from there. That must be stopped. We believe in the way this ore works, that if you take out the source of something growing, the rest of it stops. We've actually done it. And he actually flicks his hand to the dwarf. And you see this person run out of the room behind the throne. You hear a couple latches and doors open, and you see another figure come out with her, and they're holding a chest, and they plop it in front of you all, and they unlatch it, unlock it, they open it up, and you see this type of metal that you have never seen before, but it seems very precious. And it is this dark, black, kind of obsidian, but kind of slate type metal. And as he kind of gestures at it, when you take out the source of the corruption, it is somehow left with this magical metal. And it is harder than Mithrel.
Is that all you have?
This is all I have. And you see it's like, the chest is like no more than this big.
And it's in like an ignite, I'm assuming, or something like.
No, it's broken to pieces.
Oh. Okay.
It's like 3 different pieces. Like shards of looking like ore. We have not yet found out to refine this. However it happens, it pains me to know that you have lost your paladin. We believe that his magics would be helpful in stopping this corruption.
Alright, so if you figured out how to do that.
Yes, we had a small amount with a source, and we stopped it with some holy magics. And it turned into this.
So if we go to that mountain and we stop the source,
it all seems to just...
everything's gonna turn to that.
I believe so. That's what happened for us.
So, I think if we're the ones to go do this, that mountain's gonna be worth, hell of a lot of gold.
You can take whatever you want.
Oh, alright.
Would you have
That is my reassurance.
Would you have anybody that would have the smithing capabilities to use assuming we find the source, we stop it, and we're able to gather large amounts of this, would you be able to use or mend this into armor, weapons, things for us in our party to be able to strengthen ourselves with this very, very, what seems to be rare?
Unfortunately, at the moment, we do not understand it. The refining of even Mithrel took years. But we do have some connections. We've spent most of our time looking into the ore and trying to purify it. We've just, not only last night, stumbled upon creating it and getting rid of the corruption. This is new evidence for us. That's why we sent for you.
Now, the only other thing that I ask is obviously we lost a man who was very, very strong and was a very critical part to our operation and us being able to deal with things that are stronger than most normal men would be able to handle by themselves. If we go into this mountain, which I see that is our only option at this point, and I have no problem doing that, is there any one of a connection that you would have to be able to send as an assistance to make up for his place as we go in there and try to deal with whatever this is, whether it's someone that knows magic or someone that knows...
Josh goes, I know a guy. So I started laughing.
Of the sorts.
And his commander, Grev, speaks up. I might know of a guy. Have your friend, Bradley, seek out the sanctuary again. I have insiders everywhere.
I can do that.
I've seen the looks on some of your faces. You don't like orcs, do you? But I promise, I'm on the chieftain's side. My sources are only for the benefit of thwarting out those who are actually evil. And if you don't believe me, and he reveals his ears and his tusks, and and you notice that he's actually just half orc. So he doesn't seem to abide by the rules of a lot of the orcs in Stollgrit that you've met before. Their lineage is technically mine, but I would love to see that fucking stupid halfling die.
Us as well.
Nothing would bring me more happiness.
I can give you information. And he hands out a sheet of paper to Darius, and it gives a location on where they think is the entrance to where most of the corruption is stemming from.
Okay. Now, only other ask that I have while we're doing this. If you come across any information or find any other ways of purifying this ore, obviously that would be something that we're interested in. And if you have any other leads or anything that's going to help us in getting rid of Grobo and Salvador.
I have to lick your chicken beard.
Sorry, keep going.
If you have any other leads or information on ways to get rid of Salvador and Grobo, because I'm just going to be honest, once we get rid of this corruption that's in the caves, when we get back, Grobo and Salvador have multiple scores that we're going to settle.
We, at the moment, have been keeping tabs, but we also know they are keeping tabs on us. We don't know who has been tailing most of our informants, but thankfully, we double down when it comes to those conniving slavers. In the moment, I cannot make a move, but we are always ready to.
That's all I need. We
Okay.
will set the stage.
No.
You sent out the greatest band of adventurers to do your dirty work. I love it. Just know this will be done.
You should have seen my party in the day.
You would be nothing to
And he
me.
slams his pipe.
I guarantee if we fought right now, you wouldn't be able to move. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Guy.
I'm just talking crap.
And he
I was pissed before. No, I'm not.
looks at you and he sort of shakes his head, and you see and hear the chainmail king 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 king. And he goes, "You're lucky. I have to retrieve that ballista every time I shoot it."
I'm tough to hit.
And then you see him put his pike underneath his armpit, and he claps one large time. And you see the doors at the back open with guards, and he goes, "We will talk again. I will find you when I need you."
Sounds good. And you keep this place safe. I want to come back to Grobo Ran City.
Never.
And I'll
Good.
give him a little thing and I'll leave. Tut.
Yeah, you all are escorted back out.
Slaps. So big.
He's standing about 30 feet away from you on a throne. You can't slap his ass.
With this being a big piece.
No.
Didn't I do that to something? Did I like?
Yeah, you did it to Drevin. Or, no, you did it to, what's that dwarf's name?
You tickled
Stuart! It was Stuart.
Oh.
And he came in his pants.
I tickled his balls.
You tickled his taint.
With his
Because you have him close his eyes.
It's almost like a magical power.
Yeah. And I was like, because somebody was doing something,
I think it
and
was
then somebody zoned the truth him or something, then we
No, somebody healed him, I think.
healed him, yeah, and then I
Took
tickled his balls.
And they closed your eyes. And you rolled a nat 20.
Okay, so you guys are
Oh my
escorted
God.
out.
Like, let's head to the wizard, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
kill the sanctuary.
You are making your way towards the bridge into Stollgrit. As you are trying to find your way back towards the sanctuary. Now, how do you all want to go about getting there?
You just fly in and you just
I can
fly
turn
right
around.
there.
I could just fly there quick and meet you guys at the boat, or right here, honestly.
Yeah, let's do that.
Why don't you tail
maybe I
him
could come
on the
with you.
Yeah,
carpets?
that'll work.
Tail him on the carpets, and then the rest of
Why would you bring that dumbass with you?
I thought
Oh my
about it
God.
After I said it, I thought about it.
you can keep an eye on him.
You
make
have
sure that
one guy to leave behind in me,
you can go on top.
Yeah.
The rest
They'll
of us can go
definitely
back to
be
the
out.
ship, and then that
So,
way we don't
no
draw
worth
attention.
you coming.
True girl will make sure to come find me again.
If he tails
God.
you out as an owl, we'll have
Yeah,
eyes on
this
you,
guy.
and we'll be able to keep tabs on you, and then the rest of us can go back to the ship and not draw any attention.
Oh yeah.
Have your eyes.
As you do this, I'll be back at the ship.
I'm gonna go to the docks and try to find that salesman.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna grab Tahara, and then me and him can go with Sylvan to go negotiate for Sven to do our ship.
Okay. So you go back to the ship,
Yep.
trying to find the ship guy, right?
Yeah.
You'll have to remind me. You're going with Tahara to get repairs and upgrades and shit, and then you're going to the sanctuary with you tailing.
Yes.
I'll use the carpet.
So you're using the carpet and you're transforming into an owl.
Shipping, yep.
Okay. And yeah, I'm
I'll just go with them. I'll just go with them.
Yeah, I figured
So
we would be
wanna
like a
go.
triad, like me,
Okay.
Tahara.
That
Sylvan.
works. Make perception checks.
Nice. What do I get? What else? I get advantage.
Advantage to you.
24.
24.
I mean, my first one's good. 26.
26, nice. With that, you thankfully were in sight of a tower when you started to go on your carpet and when you wild shaped. Because as you start taking off towards the bridge and over towards the sanctuary, on the stone spire side, you see guards with archers, or towers with archers pointing at you, and as you go by, they recognize and lightly release.
I'll give a wave as I'm flying by.
And
then you just
they
run into a wall.
Essentially wait for you to get by, and they realize that you're not coming at them, and they let go, and you go over
Nice
top,
boundary.
past the bridge towards the front side of the sanctuary. Where would you guys like to try to go? Because you see the roughly 20, 30, 40 foot walls on the outside of the sanctuary. You see this large single spire with a large dome top on it, with another wider but shorter one off to the right side, well, I guess farther side than you. And you see a couple other buildings that have certain domes
That's in the sanctuary.
inside the sanctuary.
I'm just gonna fly. I'm just gonna keep following him, actually.
You following him?
Yes.
I'll go to like where I entered last time.
Okay.
Then land like in front.
Yep. So you kind of swoop yourself down in front of the large, again, 40-foot tall opening with a 20-foot-ish tall gate with two orcs. Two elves standing at the front with one's got a staff and one seems to have a sword at his side.
Can I try to land on one of the buildings?
Yeah, like
Does that
what are you
mean
looking for?
The most centered part of the sanctuary.
Most center part of the sanctuary?
Actually, let's go. I want to be
Like-
centered, but closer towards where Bradley's at. But I don't
Oh
wanna-
shoot, sorry, I thought this was up. My bad. I was trying to explain it well. So, as you can see, so we'll say these right now. So, you were coming in the bridge here, and he landed. And you said you wanted to follow him.
because I'm going that way. Okay, yeah, I'll actually land right by him.
So you want to land right by him?
Yep.
Alright. So, as you land there, you see the elf follow you down. The one with the staff. I recognize you.
Yes,
You're back.
I've been here before, and I know last time I was here, I was told that someone would send for me, but someone else has recommended that I come here.
Yes, we tried to make contact, and well, the master says you are very hard to track down because, well, you move a lot. Your party likes to not stay in one place for very long.
That is true. In the future, usually leave a message at our ship. Usually it's parked on the docks. That'd be a little bit easier.
Well, we will remember that for next time. However, do you need anything here?
I believe I do. I was just speaking with my party to the chieftain, and there was a Grev there. I'm sure
Yes.
that name rings a bell.
Does.
Well, we asked if we could have any assistance in our party, and Grev told us to come here, but he knows a guy. I didn't get much information, but hopefully you can lead me to this guy.
Yes. You may enter. By the fountain.
May my friend come as well. No, one at the owl.
Is he a sorcerer, a wizard?
Druid.
Unfortunately, no.
No worries, I'm just curious.
I mean,
Start pissing on the dog.
unfortunately, our protection magic's here. Even if he tried, I can't help him. You can't help him. It resists any other type of magic users.
Yeah, not a problem.
So you could try, but I'm sorry, even teleportations don't allow it.
I'll try to fly into it.
Yeah, and so you kind of like try to fly over top of like the archway and over the door, and he just goes, "You might want to watch this." And you see him look. He looks up and watches the owl sort of like lift up, and he tries to like dive into the part of the sanctuary, and you just see. And you see just like some sort of like shield or something just does not allow him there. And you take 12 points of bludgeoning and force damage.
Good. It's the only problem, like,
I get more than 12.
I'm fine.
I guess
I'm just gonna like, once I fall, I'm just gonna lay down on the ground.
Yeah, you sort of like hover a little bit. You kind of like catch yourself right before you hit the ground, and you see like his owl form is just like, his eyes are blinking rapidly, and his head is just like trying to shake it off.
So he said at the fountain then.
Yes, I would head to the fountain.
Thank you. And I'll head over there.
And yeah, he sort of like opens the door for you slightly and pulls it back shut. Disappear on the inside.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I'll walk to the, kind of take a look around, see who's all in here.
Yeah, so we'll kind of get that pulled up a little bit wider. You notice that as you walk in, that sort of regal presence, there's like different types of wizards and sorcerers of all different types of races and subclasses are kind of just roaming around. It seems like there's small groups. Like it doesn't seem like there's one person that just is always by themselves. It seems like they at least have a buddy system of sorts, even as they're walking around in the sanctuary. And you actually see nobody at first sitting at the fountain. But there is essentially a ledge along the entire fountain that you could sit on. And it feels like it's meant to sit on.
Do I see anyone? So there's no one alone hanging around like anywhere near the fountain right now.
Make a perception check.
16.
16. So you kind of like look around at first and you go, oh, well, no, there's nobody here. And so you just kind of like sit down and you feel
3 watching.
tapping on your.
Do I see anyone when I look?
And yeah, so you immediately turn to your right and you see a figure standing next to you.
How did you come from?
Hello.
Do you know Grev?
Do I know Grev? I am Elkor.
Urkel?
Elkor.
Elkor.
Elkor Windsong. Are you Bradley?
I'm Bradley Winwright.
It's nice to meet you.
Me too.
I've been looking for you.
Have you now?
Yes. My contact told me you are the one to seek.
Yes, I have been here before. And my contact told me that you were the one to seek.
You were seeking me.
Yes, as of about 20 minutes ago, but came right here.
Well, what do you need?
As well, we spoke to Grev, who told me to come here, and he said you might be able to provide some assistance to our party.
You're not familiar with Grev.
I don't know who Grev is at all.
And who said, how did you hear of us, of me? Is it from the Evermist?
Something like that. My contact told me I must keep tabs on you.
Yes, well, I think you're the one I'm supposed to find here.
I believe so. I'm at your service.
Very well, you could be like my pupil.
Be my pupil.
No, I am not a pupil at all. I am more your protector.
Ah, cool.
You are wielder of wild magic, they say.
I am.
How does that go? Can you show me something?
I'll look around. Perhaps not in here, but soon I can.
You know, magic is permitted.
Why not?
Is it okay for me to do it in here?
Yes, of course.
Well, it's a bit wild. I don't know if I'll be able to do it just on command. Usually it happens when I don't want to do it.
Well, then I guess I will just keep observing from a distance.
Yes, I'm sure you'll have an opportunity to see it happen many times.
Are you traveling by yourself?
Just in here.
Well, I guess I could come with you.
Yes, the rest of my party would like to meet you as well.
You have more party members.
Correct?
How many?
There is 4 other of us, or 5.
5 of you.
Yes, including myself.
Well, I can promise to watch over you, but I cannot promise to watch over your other members. I will do my best to keep them out of harm's way, but you are my main focus.
Alright, that works for me. Should we go?
I guess.
Alright.
Where would I lead you? You just asked me to help you.
Good point. Come on.
And with that, you leave the sanctuary, and the elves outside the front gate sort of nod their heads as you exit, and they both go, Elkor, sir.
Until next time, friend.
Until next time. Good luck on your journeys.
Thank you.
And then they shut. The sanctuary is always open to you.
Thank you.
And I'm assuming you take him on the magic carpet.
Yep.
And you are very familiar with what magic carpets are. You've flown many different types of flying magical items like brooms, and you even rode a flying staff before, which you've never seen. And yeah, you kind of just sort of take off, and he takes you, and I'm assuming you follow. And yeah, you clock this weird owl that is like shaking its head still as you exit, and it's this large owl, and it just kind of like locks eyes with you, but it looks dazed. And as you take off, you see it's like flying very rackety behind you.
He's
like,
with us.
Well, I guess I don't need this then.
And yeah, so you see him pull out this very interesting dagger of sorts, and it's got this very nice handle to it, but it looks as if like something, like it's hollow somehow in glass, and something is like inside it. But yeah, it looks like a really nice, interesting dagger, and then he puts it away.
That's interesting. So,
thank you.
How'd you end up here?
I want to fly
What's your
really
story?
close to them so you try to hear them.
Yeah,
That would be like
I'm gonna say, what's your passive perception? I'd assume it's like 15 or 16.
19.
19? Yeah, no, you can easily hear it, even at like 20 feet away.
Nice, perfect.
Especially in your owl form.
Okay.
Sorry, keep going.
I am a spellcaster like yourself. I travel the world looking for different types of magic. I am a part of that sanctuary there, a group of mages, wizards, sorcerers. I was told to keep tabs on you. They say you are special. I don't see anything yet, but I'm sure something is coming.
So wait till you see me in battle that nothing you've ever seen before.
I promise you will probably see stuff that you've never seen before as well.
I'm excited.
Practice in the tradition of blade singing.
Bladesinging. I haven't heard of that.
Are you familiar?
I'm not.
Well, just say, with my blade and dance, nothing can resist that.
We have a musician in our group. He's our captain even. I'm sure I'm sure he would love to play songs for you.
Yes, the music would definitely help me.
Yes, he loves writing music and performing.
Just don't let it interfere with the harmony of my blades. Grinding together like this. And I'll like take like my daggers and kind of like almost like play like a melody, like scratching them, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, like it's this weird, like almost.
But you know how you
like,
do the glass thing and like
yeah,
the glass
like
makes
this
that
resonant,
yeah,
like almost eerie, but not quite there. But it's like hits that elegant but eerie, resonant sound, and it like at times sounds like it's gonna screech, but he just sort of like makes it sound great, kind of like a turkey call.
That's cool. I've not seen anything like that before.
Yes, it is something of my homeland. They don't teach it really anywhere, I think, other than where I come from in Kingsman.
Ah, you're from Kingsman.
Yes, I studied at the college there.
Have you heard of the Fifth Spire of Secondfell?
Yes, I'm very familiar with the Fifth Spire of Secondfell.
Yes, apparently they're familiar with me as well. So they've sent me a letter.
Yes, I believe that is connected to why I'm keeping tabs on you. What did they send you?
Well, you can take a look at here. Well, fine.
There's a chat off of their magic card.
I'm gonna start like swerving in and over.
Yes, this is directly connected. I know of the Spellbinder. I have not, I don't believe I've met him before, but his name is very common among the school. I believe he is a wizard. Is that correct, DM?
The Fifth Spire.
No, this guy. The
Spellbinder.
The
Yeah,
Spellbinder.
so you, I don't know if you're getting confused with the headmaster.
I might
the
be.
head magi. So, you know of many wizards in the area.
Right.
When he says the Spellbinder from the Fifth Spire, you know Secondfell, all the information essentially about it, because those are the people that you had been for the longest time in your upbringing, in your studies, while you were in college, that most of the professors and even the headmaster, the head magi of the college had said or preached that you are to be like these people. These are the best of the best. They are specific into their craft, and the Spellbinder, you weren't always necessarily keen on. But you know that he is a bronze dragonborn. He is a wizard. He is called the Spellbinder because he is heavily rooted in enchantment.
Perfect.
But because you're not really much of an enchantment wizard,
Right.
that's why you weren't necessarily keen on him, because you didn't know too much information other than you know what type of wizard he is, who he is, and that he resides in the most magical, proudest part of Kingsmain.
Gotcha.
And so, whether you give that information. Yeah, no, he is not speaking of the head magi that you,
Correct. Okay, that makes sense.
or of your specific school, I should say.
Yes, I believe he is some sort of dragonborn wizard.
Interesting.
Not my school of magic, something else. I can't remember.
Gotcha. Well, to give you a quick rundown of our party before you meet them, we have our captain Sylvan, bit of a wild card. Don't take everything he says seriously with your heart. It might piss you off, but
I will try not to. Like I said, my focus is you, so as long as he doesn't do anything to hurt me, I think I will be alright.
that's and we have our owl friend over there.
Hello.
And we have Doris. Take damage like no other.
I don't know why that got me. That was pretty good.
And Brennan shoots from afar. And there's a dragon as well.
It seems like you are pretty fit of a party. Why did you seek me?
Well, there was one more in our party, and we recently lost him fighting a lich.
You fought a lich.
Yes, Casto was her name. She used to believe it was power would kill on.
Power would kill.
Yes.
That's like
It's quite a powerful spell, from what I know.
one of the most powerful spellcasters can cast that.
Yes, this lich was quite powerful, and without Sigmund there, we probably would not have prevailed.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't you. If it was you in there, I would have been searching for you on this island and have found nothing.
Correct, perhaps it's fate, who knows.
Have you been up to those ruins over there? East of or west of the city?
Haven't been there. Where's that by? The...
Oh, I can pull that map up. So, I'm assuming you're meaning in the north.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the, yep.
Yep. And by the way, you would know that they were there.
Oh, I would know?
Because they would have been to the sanctuary before they went there, so
Okay.
you've been keeping eyes on them.
Since then, okay.
Yes, we have been there.
Did you experience anything? I hear that the magic can go wild there. And your wild magic, I'm sure, was abundant.
It was, there was quite a number of effects that were happening. A lot of it is even a blur to me.
When you say a blur, like you don't remember.
Partially, and don't understand what was happening.
Yes, that's what I hear about wild magic is it is very powerful, but sometimes you have no control or are able to even see what you're casting.
Yes, it's happened many times where I want to cast a fireball and I get nothing even close to that.
Oh, web.
Web is the most powerful spell that ever exists.
Web babe.
You cast a fireball. This is cool. You look like you are some sort of fire wizard with your vestiges.
They call me the Fire Lord.
The Fire Lord. Well, I will call you the Fire Lord if you would like me to. Or Bradley.
Either one, whatever you're most comfortable with.
Bradley! Bradley! Well, are we almost there? Where are we going?
Yes, just to the docks, I believe they were going back to, so that was our ship.
Correct.
Yeah, well, once I see like the docks and our ship, I'll kind of land us down.
Yeah, and you easily do so. As you land on the dock, the rest of your party is waiting for you. And you all see Bradley and a figure and a still somehow stunned Torrin and Owl.
Concussed owl.
As he is landing on.
You're like that donkey with his tongue out.
But it seems like his head is perpetually cocked to the left a little bit.
That neck lady.
The best neck lady.
But you all also see as Bradley steps off the magic carpet and then the carpet comes to rest on the ground, you see another figure. And now if you want to officially actually like explain what your person looks like.
Yes, so you see a tall elf that looks more of nobility. Not like nobility like as like king or queen, but just a very ancient tradition type of elf. He's got markings all over his body. He's actually like wearing robes, but they're like half cut off on the top. It's almost like a crop top. And then he's wearing like shorts. And then he has like a little pieces of like armor and stuff sticking out. And you see he's got many like a belt full of like daggers and swords.
Who'd you bring?
I'm gonna turn back into my normal self.
This is Elkor,
Elkor?
my bodyguard.
My pleasure.
Oh, your bodyguard.
Yes.
Interesting.
And you are
I'm Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Captain Sylvan, oh yeah.
You're Captain Sylvan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Mhm.
I hear you play music. Is that correct?
I do. I'm one of the best in the town, I'd say.
I'm gonna speak Elvish. And I'm gonna say, he's very good, but never plays.
I see. Well, I have a strong respect for people who mix music and their magic, like myself.
As a bard, I'm quite powerful.
You are a bard, you say.
I am.
What kind of magic do you cast?
Anything.
Anything.
Very, very wide variety of magic.
That's
Typically
good.
in the realm of psychic damage. Or anything to hinder the foes, hinder our foes. Especially if they're humanoid, then they get destroyed. I do like to inspire other people. I seem to be I'm full of morale, you could say.
Yes, I will be happy to dance to your music in combat if you will allow me to.
Let's see some moves right now. What do you say?
Why not?
I'll just give my loot out.
I'm gonna activate my blade song.
Okay.
So you're gonna hear me like do that ring again.
Yeah, and you all hear this sort of resonant, like,
As I hit that, I go, ring!
And this time you see like the noise almost
Oh my
go
God.
to my like my mate. I'm actually wearing mage armor too, so you see like my armor almost kind of like I don't know, not fizzle, but like I don't know what you should call it.
Listen.
Yeah, kind of like glisten a little bit.
Radiate.
And I'm going to start. We're on the ship right now.
mm-hmm.
I will like do some acrobatics on the ship then. Like I'll go to like the pole, maybe like do a backflip and like act like I'm fighting things too, and like
Yeah.
do it in like a very like serious but elegant way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Make a
make one.
performance check.
Come
Do I
on.
have to or no? No.
No, just for.
I want to see if my
Come on,
music's
Elko.
better than his dance. So. 26.
15.
15, and yeah, with that, you do a pretty great job of keeping your balance, and you're doing this sort of almost show, but you're at one point more focusing on the sound that you're giving off, and you're all noticing that the movements that he's making, the space that he's filling, seems to make your like focus almost like dull, and like you feel like the type of presence that he could bring, and you kind of like snap yourselves out of it as he sort of like stabs towards one of your masts, and you all see like a splinter go, and even it seems like the weird splinter after the blade hits makes this weird like elegant nice splintering noise that adds to his blade singing.
That's impressive.
You're quite an elegant dancer,
you.
if I don't say myself.
Yes,
Elkor.
thank you.
Not bad.
I like to go to my own tune. I will try to attune to yours as well, but
My tunes are the greatest tunes in the land.
yes, you are welcome to think that for yourself, but not for me.
True. It's facts that I am the greatest.
I believe that your instrument is good for music, but it's not good for fighting.
Debatable. Very good for fighting as well.
You- If you whack someone with that, will it hurt them?
Oh god, yeah. If I hit someone with my lute,
You can,
is that what you're saying? Or
yes, like if you took the lute and went like this to somebody,
It would do a lot of damage.
it would.
Probably about 1,000.
I don't believe you. If I know bards that you use your magic to cast out of it, but
Yes, I play my music and musical instruments.
I do a little bit more of stabbing.
Stabbing.
Yes,
I
and
do
cutting.
these. I have 2 swords now.
They look nice.
I'm gonna say Elvish again.
Nice, nice.
He's very weak, not strong fighter. Good guy though.
I'll say back to him. Means well. Little big-headed.
Yes. He's impressed by you,
Thanks for the compliment.
of course.
And you are, you know Elvish. I appreciate you showing your respect to my culture.
Yeah, no, Elvish as well.
Insight check.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
17.
Hey. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say you do got some.
Oh yeah, I do. I want to test them.
What do I have to do?
It's deception, or deception. I believe.
17.
Yeah, but
Tied.
so no, you just said you had.
No, I had 17 too.
Oh, I thought you just said he had 19. Did he not?
No, he's at
Oh,
17.
he's at 17. Meets it, beats it. So you know he's
Yes.
bullshitting.
He does. No Elvish. I'm gonna wink to the rest of the party.
And you said what was your name?
My name is Torn Faye, son of Tukala, brother Tolam, people of Oakbark. May they rest their souls.
People of Oakbark. They belong on the island up in the north.
Yes.
Old set.
Yes, Olstead.
Yes.
We ran that island until settlers came.
You had a long ancient home there.
Correct.
Would love to see it sometime.
I would like to see it.
It,
As it
it was
was.
magical, correct?
Yes, but some people started a war.
Let's be clarified.
And then
Someone
demons.
started.
Alright.
And then demons.
Torrin's actually going to take us to his tree sometime.
I will not
I would
take
love
them.
to see that. I seek things of all different kinds of magic.
That was fantastic.
The more magic I see and learn, the more I can be complete as a wizard.
What's your name again?
My name is Elkor.
I like your spirit, Elkor.
Elkor Windsong.
Elkor.
Elkor.
Elkor. Elkor. We will bring you there.
Elkor.
Yes, that's 14 more times.
Elkor.
Elkor.
Last name?
Windsong.
Windsong. I know the wind skill.
It's not of any relation to me.
Well, should we go do this quest?
Yes, let's go.
Yes,
When did we get our ship upgrade?
Bradley told me that you needed my aid.
Yes.
I am happy to help. I will say that my focus is keeping Bradley safe, but I will do my best to keep anyone in his company as well protected.
Most
As long
dangerous.
as you're not putting us in danger.
I promise you I won't be doing that. I'm not very good at making conversation. I like to stay by myself.
The most
That's why I'm
dangerous part
That's why I'm part of this party.
of
He'll make
Bradley
the
is
trouble for you, don't
himself.
worry.
Yes, I can already tell that you are the talker of the party.
No.
Yes.
I have a feeling you are overcompensating for the lack of another leader or something in your party. Is that correct?
No. I've always been. I look out for the good in the party. See, some of us just like to get on by. I like to make sure people know we're in charge. We're doing their work for them because they need us.
He did just do that with the leader of this place.
You did.
And almost got him and ourselves killed.
No. Bringing the other thing almost got us killed.
Wait,
He respected. I
you
think he
almost died.
respected me talking back to him a little bit.
What
Yes.
happened?
Things a little bit testy with the chieftain.
Well, I had a great plan. Actually, it was Doris's plan.
It was not
So-
my plan.
Actually,
It was quite the opposite, actually.
So we went down to a ziggurat.
Yes.
That's where we lost our other companion, Sigmund, and we fought a lich. And we
Oh
found-
yes, he was telling me about
we
the
found
lich.
The phylactery.
Oh, you found the phylactery.
Yeah.
So we kept it.
We
You
kept,
kept it.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yes. Because I wanted to give it to Thok, the slave trader, and then it would have just wreaked havoc and killed all of them.
Leave it to the bard to take dark magic and try to make a story out of it.
Yes, exactly. Just imagine how great that story would have been.
Luckily, I killed that device. And we're all good to go.
The guy almost killed us because we brought it into his
Thank you, Druid. We are all in debt to you for slaying that lich.
And that to me from that and healing them every battle the entire time.
You do a lot of healing.
I promise you I am very hard to hit, but I cannot take many hits, so
Can you heal?
I unfortunately cannot heal at all. Most of my abilities are damaging the enemy or on the whim. I have many different types of spells. I do not focus on one school. I actually have spells from all different types of schools.
Seems powerful.
Almost as powerful as I.
How old are you?
I'm about 250 years old.
Young buck.
I studied in the college for about 100. But I have since left there. I don't believe in sitting inside and studying books all the time. You can't learn that way. We can read so much, but to actually enhance your abilities, you have to experience it yourself firsthand.
Oh, with us, you're gonna get to use those abilities. We tend to get ourselves in trouble quite often.
You'll most likely see things you didn't think were even possible.
Well, like I said, if you lost your other friend, well, let's make sure this one we don't lose him. He's more important than you realize.
Yes, let's
Yes,
make
you
sure.
won't die. God, no. We're the most powerful party in the land.
Agreed. Now we should get going.
Are we going to take
Are we
the
taking
ship?
the boat? The only thing is, aren't they gonna fix it?
Yeah, we haven't actually gotten to it yet,
Oh yeah, we
Oh, true.
can't skip
Oh,
that
yeah.
part.
technically.
Yeah. I wasn't sure there was a lot we were going to do with it.
We can just do like a small, like what was the gist of that way you wanted?
I was just going to take Tahara and we were going to go tell them to talk to Sven. Sven was going to give them the payment. We were going to tell him what we wanted as far as the upgrades that he had promised us, as far as like the mast and the...
Yeah. So, what I'll do is I'll give you persuasion advantage.
Can I do persuasion?
It's his ability because he's friends with Tahara. He knows Tahara. It's Tahara's ability. He's just going to give it to Dars because he's the one speaking. Assuming that you were speaking up for it.
Yeah.
That's
Bradley,
what
I do have a
yes,
favor to
yes,
ask you.
so
Yes.
If
persuasion with
we
advantage.
stumble upon any wands in our travels, would you mind giving them to me?
I don't think anyone else can use them here, so.
I am a little bit of a collector, I would like to
And
say.
because it's with Tahara, you get that plus
Thank
5.
you.
So it's 26. And
Bradley, let's put that wall.
he just kind of like
Do we have a wand?
looks at you, looks at Sylvan, looks at Tahara, and he kind of like just doesn't pay attention to Sylvan from his last encounter with him. And he signs an agreement with you, shakes your hand. Well, doesn't sign, he just talks about you with agreement of what's the mass will take. You have enough payment, Sven gives it to you, you shake hands. He immediately assembles a crew and starts following you towards your ship, and just has people start bringing supplies, and he's gonna start working on it.
Sick. Alright, man, well, they're gonna be working on the ship, it looks like, pretty quick, so we might be better off if we find our own modes of transportation, which I don't think in this party we're any short of.
I think we'd be fine.
Can we just ask them? How long is this gonna take?
Well, how long do we have?
About 2 hours.
Oh, this is gonna take more than 2 hours.
3?
It'll take as long as you need it to do a good job.
4.
Okay.
Just a rough estimate.
And he's like,
Oh, I don't know. I just am told to work.
That's okay.
Find our own way.
Really think about how long a job like this typically takes. You can do this. Let me give them
Well,
guidance.
we can just go find our
Okay.
horses.
what is that, a D4?
Yeah.
5
And so you want essentially
How are they?
one full mast.
Yeah, I think we had said like a full, like, because we have one and then basically
So an
adding
extra
a second
mast,
one.
and then it's
Yeah, that was it.
I'm pretty sure
that
it was
was just
it.
the mast,
Yeah, because it
right?
was just a speed upgrade essentially.
We are speed.
okay.
Well, we've usually done like bigger ships and bigger masts, and that took like, I don't know, 6 hours. So yours would take 7 hours. No, 5 hours.
Good math.
That's not bad.
We go visit the
He
town.
compliments the dumbass.
Sounds
We can either
good.
wait 5 hours.
Well,
or
do you
go.
think that that's going to shave a lot of time off of us? Because if I'm
One thing that I'm thinking.
well, okay, wait. I'm gonna pull out the map that's gonna tell us where the location is on the thing that we have to go to for the caves that he gave me. And then, so like by looking at that, do I know like if I pulled our map out, I would know like in a general vicinity of where we're
Yeah,
shooting?
so he doesn't give you a map.
Or like
He
the
just gives you
description.
information.
Yeah.
So he essentially says, in the note, upon recent events, after the Tarask had made its way, the large opening in the ground where many creatures and monstrosities tend to pour out of is your starting point. You will find a spire following along with a jagged path filled with many dead trees. Into the peaks of the mountains, you will find an opening that will lead you directly to the center after hours of travel.
Thank goodness this.
He
No.
says into the mountains.
Oh, into the mountains. Okay. Well,
So
we
he
can
says, from the large opening, you'll
Mhm.
find a large stone spire.
Okay. So
Upon
that.
finding a very a winding, craggy path. Tight, winding, craggy path. You will find dead trees lining your way into a small opening where you will find the direct path into the center of the source. And after traveling for a couple hours, you will find it.
It's either that little one up top
That's what I was thinking. Is that or the?
or the big one.
I was thinking the little one. That like opening.
We did that one already.
So you've already been here.
We didn't do this one yet.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying, starting from here, you will find this,
Yep.
and then you will find your way to a hole or something.
Okay. Okay.
But he said you'll just keep following dead trees.
Following the path. Yeah. Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
that little one up there.
Well, maybe we'll follow the path when we get there. Okay. So I guess knowing that, it sounds as if, based off of our map, if this is accurate, that we're going to be more towards the center of the front of the mountains when we start. So I don't necessarily know if we're going to be saving a ton of time if we take the boat down and around to get to them, because we're still going to have to travel inland quite a bit before we even get there. So maybe just taking a direct path might be faster, and it would give them more time to obviously fix the ship.
I do kind of.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, that's fine. I do kind of want a crew there so we can start mining that ore.
Well, once we find it, if we know exactly where it's at, then we can send them. We can go back and grab.
We are going to the mountain, you say?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it'll be best traveled on land instead of on boat. It is very rocky around the edges over there, I believe.
That works with me.
And once we get there too, we have obviously modes of transportation that are quicker from the sky. We can follow the path with the dead trees that it's just depicting in this note. We might be able to get there a lot quicker.
Where are the horses?
They're dead.
Dead.
Speaking of
definitely
dead,
dead.
God damn it.
Dead or stolen.
I feel bad whoever would buy a horse multiple times and just let it die after using it once.
I don't know who would do that.
Would it be any of us?
Elkor, speaking of
Yes.
dead,
Nobody gets
your
used to
style is not meant for this land. We have this extra rope sets. I don't know if you can pull it off, but if you'd like,
I might be able to.
let me look at it with you. So I think it looks good.
Make a insight.
It's a style. Not looking good for your money. Oh, 15. Not bad.
15? I mean, just as it technically could work for anybody. Yeah.
What are you again?
I fight with the blade and song.
Looks good to me.
It looks good to
Yeah,
me.
it gives you these scroll
Well,
keeper
I will
cards.
try to attune to it and see if I will enhance any of my abilities, but
Doubt it.
Do we have any wands in our pile of items?
I don't have any, no.
Wasn't sure if we did or not.
We'll hit
Just
some
a
check to see if we
broken
got.
handle wand.
yes, these are very nice robes. I think I actually may be able to use these. Thank you, Druid.
Remember me. Protect me, along with Bradley. Can I try to think back what we did with our wands that we stole from the. Oh, my. I wasn't even part of that mission. I was in jail. Am I?
You were in jail.
Getting tortured.
Sexually harassed.
Well, are we heading off now?
Yes,
or-
let's go now.
I think so.
Shall we ride the magic carpet, Dorias? And
Can we please get out of here?
Eagle?
Brecken says.
yes,
Okay, drink a
Come
beer.
here.
Oh, I am Elkor. Nice to meet you.
And he like weakly shakes your head. I withdraw. We need to find somewhere with.
You were the last one that Bradley mentioned. I didn't see you before. I apologize.
Yes, I'm on. They call the mend. I've been struggling hard.
He likes his booze.
Don't be used to that.
Unfortunately, I don't have any magic for that. I wish I did.
Brother is down bad.
And I'll
Great
call
restoration.
Dorias out, and I'll get on, and I'll saddle him up, and starting to get ready to,
Are we sure?
ready to bounce.
We want to. Do they know about Dorias in this town? Because we could walk to the edge and then do it. I don't really want to get shot.
Who is
maybe.
Dorias?
Oh, he's a friend of ours.
And
He
as,
flies.
Yep.
and as you're asking that, you see Darius from kind of across the way. He calls out this large dragon and begins saddling him up.
Oh my god. You own this thing.
I'll like pat him. He's my boy.
I think I may have underestimated you. I thought you were the weakest one in the party when I first arrived. But now you may be the strongest with that beast.
Depending on who you ask.
Are you able to control him?
Yes.
Make sure he doesn't give me any mean looks.
You won't hurt anyone here, I promise.
Well, I will ride with Bradley if that's alright.
Yes.
Sylvan can get on with me. Torin, take Brecken with some of your owls.
You just hop on me, Brecken. Bumpy ride though.
That's what she said.
And then yeah, we'll kind of just take, I'm assuming we're gonna kind of just fly like straight to that point that we kind of identified on the map, go for that spire, and then kind of see where we're at time-wise when we get there.
Yeah, and as you all take off, as you're essentially coming from pretty much the farthest side of the island at this point, as you're at the docks to the or to the mountains, on the outskirts of the city of Stonespire, you notice that there's this dense fog that seems to just fill the space, as if like there's just layers on top of layers of clouds that have just made a blanket cover on literally the outskirts of town, and so you can't really see too well past it. So as we're traveling, we're going to say that you're moving at half speed, and I need everybody to make perception checks.
20.
There we go.
Nice,
Well-
Torin.
17.
So
Wow, that's bad.
what I'll say is normally you're now normally actually I forgot there it's at disadvantage. You're fine because it would cancel out. So disadvantage on perception unless you have certain abilities that allow.
Just,
Oh, that would-
just in
15.
case.
8.
8. We'll say Bradley. Okay. You are the only one that, as you're passing through these clouds, notice that the winds like seem to like shift. It's almost like you hit a wall and you get pushed to the right, and then you kind of fly through it, and you notice that a lot of your party is starting to struggle a lot more than you are to hold on. I need everybody to make dexterity saves.
Come on.
There we go.
Fight.
22 is not bad.
It is normal, not disadvantage.
Okay.
Fight.
17.
Oh, no,
Christ, we rolled
13,
like
sorry.
4 fucking 17s.
Okay, so
Oh.
Bradley rolls pretty well. So
I'll find that.
thankfully,
Yeah.
Bradley, and with your help, you stay afloat on the magic carpet. But because it is so light, and you both are so light, that you guys kind of like almost go sideways, and you kind of pull out of this weird wind. That once you kind of push through, you kind of level out again, and the rest of you seem to be pretty fine, as well as you're kind of like almost seeming to push through layers and layers of thick wind, almost tornado-y, but not localized. And you kind of push your way through, and you're in the air for how long are you able to wild shape?
6 hours.
6 hours, because it's your wild shape, right? Yeah.
My level diamond.
Yep. So honestly, for about that 6 hours, you're feeling like constantly fighting winds and getting blown off path, but re-putting yourself back into place. And for 6 hours, right when your wild shape feels like it is about to end, you signal the group to go down with you. And you all see Torn dive under, and you all, being with him long enough, know exactly what that means. You dive with him, and he sort of wild shapes as you all push through a layer, and you're at the base of the mountain.
And Torin, carrying over your nat 20. Carrying over your nat 20, you notice that the mountain, its skies are very stormy, and the actual atmosphere, it's hard to breathe here now. It's like, again, with your nat 20, you notice little particles as you're still in owl form, as you can kind of dart around and look at this stuff. And this is what you see. I'm just going to send it into the D&D group chat because
Nobody look.
I'm sure you guys could describe it, but this is essentially what the sky and environment looks like for you in the mountainous region. As the skies are swirling, the air is heavy and thick with these weird particles. It's dense, and it's windy and stormy.
You see anything like this, Elkor?
I have not. It seems a little bit unnatural to me. What about you guys?
Last time we were here, this wasn't like this.
This is new.
So, when we get to these, what's the word I'm looking for? The things we're looking for. What are they called?
The ore,
I have no idea.
When we find that, do we mine it?
We're going to try and find the source and dispel
Am I
whatever
familiar with
kind
the ore at
of
all? Or no?
magic is there, I guess.
Probably not. I haven't
Not
seen
really, you've heard of it.
Okay.
Just because it
call it
talks
an ore?
around, but
Yeah, it's the source of the corruption is what we're looking for.
and I'm gonna use them real quick. Bradley, as you are faced at the base of this mountain, that sort of like pulling feeling seems to just ever so much reappear, and it feels as if something is tugging, like you got a string around your rib cage, and it's like just pulling you, trying to get you to move forward with it, as if like you got a shackle around your entire body, and something is just like enticing you to move in. And with that, you just feel like this sort of bright red flash in your vision as it kind of returns back to normal. And as you sort of like instinctually rub your eyes, the winds and mists sort of batter you, and you kind of get a glimpse, and you kind of like look to your left, and you see a face appear in the winds, and you hear a voice with it. Bradley, your path and connections have split, and the winds buffet around, and kind of you follow it, and it comes by you again, and this elephant with 4 arms and a gem sort of appears a little bit more humanoid through the winds. I have no control. What you follow now, you must choose a new path for me to help. And he sort of just disapparates again.
Do I like, when he says by path, would I know like what he's talking about? Like, obviously I know go to the mountain. But do I get the sense like the 2 paths, or multiple paths would be revealed to me in the mountain, or I guess?
Make a religion check.
Use Sigmund's guidance.
I can't cast guidance.
Elkor.
15?
15. With a 15, you think that there's part of it that feels literal, and part of it that feels metaphorical.
Gotcha.
That I would say with a 15, the connection that he is referring to is your connection to Sigmund. And the fact that he doesn't have control over the path that you were taking before with Sigmund, that has been severed, and he has no longer control until you make another move. Gotcha. And whether that's into the mountains, whether that's whatever, it's just he's telling you that your path through Orus Ray and everything that you've kind of learned through Sigmund seems to not be able to be guided by him anymore. But unless you revisit that and go headstrong, he's essentially saying if you have to choose amongst a lot of different variables, otherwise he can't help you.
Gotcha.
But reaffirming that he's still there.
Yep.
Cool.
Guys, would you like a short rest? We just traveled a long time.
Yeah.
I could use.
What are we at for time-wise? Day.
So where are we? We're
You
here.
woke in the morning, which I'll say I think you would have. Let me think this through.
Where are we at, man? Are we at the base of the mountain, you said?
Yeah, pretty close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would be like,
Is it where Bradley is?
no, you would be like right here.
Okay.
And you actually can kind of see the opening of that big, large door that you had previously known of.
And go ahead.
So you probably woke up at 6 a.m.
The risers.
and you would have probably been there until about, in the city till about 9, maybe even 9:30 with everything that had kind of happened. So with the 6 hours past that, it's like 3:30.
Okay.
I'd say rest.
We'll take a rest and then we can keep going.
And as you guys kind of rest up, gather yourselves from a long travel.
Try to do this. If we rest.
If you, well, remember a 2 minutes long rest.
Oh, is it?
Yep. I believe.
I thought it was too.
I always thought it was long rest.
I'm pretty sure it's long rest.
I can't remember.
But as you guys are gathering yourselves, make perception checks.
Perfect.
It's gonna be tougher.
Nat 20.
So dark.
19.
Actually, it only takes a short rest. So yes, you can.
Oh.
I
I got a 5.
got 19.
Oh, I'll turn to the sword then.
Yeah, I woed.
So, what are your 2 minutes?
So
the
now I have
ol-
4. I have my gloves.
2 weapons, gloves.
2 gloves.
And your boots.
His boots. His boots. Doris, you're the only person that hears this, as it's pretty tough to get anything past the kind of this howling of the wind. But you, in the distance that you are traveling, you hear these cackles and these kind of screams, these very high-pitched screams of, again, kind of cackling and carrying on. And it's very faint, but you hear it in the distance.
Is it something that I would have that I've heard before and things that we've encountered in the past?
Make a history check.
God, this is another net 20.
Holy.
Nat 20. Yes, you
I
do
will.
recall something very similar to this to the last time you were in the mountains.
Okay.
Do I see any plants around?
God damn it.
No, you do not.
Thank God.
Lucky.
And you're saying so I'm hearing that we land, we're at the base, and it's like I'm
Well,
hearing it
talking
come
about
at
the
me
masses.
from the mountain.
Yep.
Okay.
Torek, how do the robes look on me?
I'm gonna do a perception check on him. Or not, insight.
It's perception.
Perception. 26. Does he pull off the look good, or is it?
You notice that when he was attuning, a lot of the earthy monkey colors turn a little bit more of like the deep blues and blacks and purples and whites instead. So the color changes and seems to fit him, yes, a lot better.
As the kids say, that's poppin'. Looks good.
Thank you.
Keep it going. Most second stylish guy in the group now.
Behind Bradley.
Okay, Jordan.
But as you guys,
I would just say that, like, do you guys hear that coming from the mountains?
I don't hear a thing.
No.
No.
There's these
No.
cackling and howling. I can't make out what it is, but it's something up there.
We go towards it.
Can I tell, like, directionally, like, if, you know, obviously, like, I know it's at, like, in the mountain, but, like, does it sound, like, stronger in one area of the mountain or not?
you have no idea.
Okay.
Doesn't it sound like
Well, we gotta find
murder?
the spire, don't we?
Yeah, and that was gonna be the next thing I was gonna look for, is that spire and, like, the trees that we're looking for that, like, kind of shape the path.
Yep.
Yep. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and make perception checks.
Everybody?
Yep, everybody can.
You can do this.
And are you guys going towards the sounds at this point?
Is there a rest over?
Yeah.
I say yeah then.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Yeah.
13.
15.
And I'm looking for the spire and the trees, but I got a 19.
19. What'd you get again?
4.
4. Yeah. Think anything above a 17. Right? Sorry, you have 15? 13. Okay, so you two, you're specifically looking for essentially the dead trees, looking for a path. And you see a dead tree. And it's like right at the edge of this large, just big chasm that got just essentially chunked out of the land. Torin, you see this weird spire-ish rock formation, and just past it, as you kind of like look through the winds, you see it looks like just barely you've pictured out like part of the rock's jut, but it looks like you can get underneath it, and it looks like a path.
Follow me. I'm just gonna start leading it from that way.
Okay, yeah, we'll start
Go through
moseying.
Is this where the sound is coming from?
I can't make out exactly where it's coming from, but it's coming from the mountains somewhere, so we're going to be heading closer to it, if anything.
And Bradley, make a history check as you begin on this path.
Bradley.
Wait, what's your name? Something wind
13.
something? Windsteel?
Nice, and as you begin in this path, kind of on this path, you remember being here before, as you have traversed these mountains in the past, and you actually remember taking this past before you joined the gang and the adventuring party.
And with that, as you were all escorted by Torin into this weird, small, like almost gotta like duck into this sort of passage of sorts, Sylvan will say you're last. And you, as you get closer, you catch the noises from the mountains that Doris is speaking of, and you sort of like get this sort of like weird, sort of like aching feeling in your chest, and you sort of like just like look back for a moment, and on that spire you see a figure with his arms like crossed at its hips, blindfolded, and it looks like it's got 6 puncture wounds in its front torso.
It's like on the top.
No, it's like at the base, and you somehow didn't notice it. And with the winds blowing by, you see he's bare-chested. He's got just armor on the bottom half of him, and you see that it is a ghostly white face, and you see a crown on top of his head of thorns and gold. And as the wind sort of like brushes past it one more time, you see like dust kicks up, and as it kicks into this figure, you see its eyes shift towards you, and you feel like you can feel the defeat and shame within this body that is just pinned to this pillar of sorts. And as the dust kicks and sort of like blurs its vision, it's just not there anymore. And you sort of like shake your head, and you see this. Something along the lines of that. And as the last time that you have gone into battle, you have felt defeat. You have felt shame for losing a member. And this just felt like a weird reminder. But it also sort of burns inside of you and it makes you want to keep pushing forward. And
Keep pushing forward, men.
as you start getting bled through, encouraging those remarks from Quinn, feeling like you've been here before but you don't remember that tug you're supposed to. It just feels like it keeps jerking you forward along with the rest of your party leading you.
And with that, as you guys continue on for, I'm going to say, another 30 minutes to an hour, everyone make perception checks.
Come on, baby.
Come on!
Nice.
21.
24.
Oh.
16.
Perfect.
So I believe you two will get the full effect, you'll get half of it. So you only see, the further you guys go, and it's kind of lining up, and you guys are actually traversing up the Minor Will Mountains. The actual texture of the mountains and the color of them is starting to become kind of distorted, and they're changing, and it's starting to look a little bit more purple, a little bit more decayed, if you will. And Bradley and Elkor, you notice, you kind of feel it a little bit. It's again, you have felt this, Bradley. It's that kind of spongy feeling, and putting your head kind of closer to it, and you mimicking Bradley, you kind of do the same thing, and you hear the cackles very faintly coming from within that section of the mountain.
The corruption has spread quite a bit.
I can hear them in the mountains.
Well.
It does not sound good. It sounds like evil little laughs. Did you say we're hunting something here?
We found this ore, and it's this purple ore, and nobody's seen anything like it before, and it spreads and spreads and spreads. And we're trying to find a way to stop it.
And what did you get for your perception? Was it 21? 21. You notice as you're traveling up this path that you remember actually taking in your prior days here in Perry Brooks, you also notice a different path that springs off into a different direction up the mountain. One that you don't necessarily remember being there in your time here in the mountains. And with your 21 perception, you also see footsteps that have recently traversed that way.
I see looks like another path here. Footsteps. Some recent.
Follow it.
Can I tell what kind of steps, like what kind of footprints are leaving?
They look humanoid.
Okay.
Do I feel like what's tugging me? Is it tugging me towards the footsteps at all, or just?
It's tugging you. Why you kind of, put your hand on the mountain? It's because it's kind of pulling you what you would get the sense to in the mountain.
I think we should continue going into the mountain.
Yeah, the more you climb, it feels like it's pulling you to the center, not necessarily in front of you. Just.
I don't know. Should we follow the footsteps?
I don't think following the footsteps would be a bad idea. However, our lead said to keep following this path. That's the only thing I would question.
How big do the footsteps look?
They look bigger than any one of yours. Let's just say that.
Maybe we just continue on this path first, and maybe we can circle back at some point.
I'm okay with that.
That's fine with me.
Could be the orcs.
Could be orcs, yeah.
I'll get down and I'll smell the footstep.
Make a perception.
Stinky feet.
20.
20.
30-20.
You get down there and you smell the footsteps. And it's a very kind of sulfury smell. You can tell it was somewhat recent.
Smells of sulfur. I wonder if these are some of those devils that we fought, did they smell like sulfur? Or is it something different?
I'm beginning to think that the things we fought in that room is what we're about to find.
Oh yeah, I would say so.
Brecken,
It just
your tracking capabilities?
Yeah, but not really in the mountains.
No, you're forced
Like
energy.
forests and like plains.
well,
I don't know.
Bradley, whatever you think, we'll do.
So we just keep pushing on this
Lost.
path.
So yeah, we'll keep pushing now. We were
Very
going.
lost, felt
Yeah.
confused.
And
Why can't I just have it, guys?
you guys keep pushing
Strike
forward,
anywhere.
and probably about 2 hours you're climbing up this mountain, and you get to the spot where you remember you can actually get into the mountain from the spot you're on at right now, and now everyone hears fairly loud, like those cacklings and those laughs and those screams coming from within the mountain.
There's no way to get in.
It is. Bradley led you to like almost a little archway that's actually in the mountain.
No time like the present, eh, boys?
And
Let's do this.
Yeah, and at first you notice that as he points out this sort of entrance, it is about perfectly Bradley size. So anybody bigger than him might have to squeeze in a little bit. And you also notice right away that it sort of dips at a pretty steep 45-degree, straight at an angle. But from there you can't really see much.
before I go in, I'm gonna put on I think it was the horror spray necklace that I got from Sigmund's body,
Okay.
and then just kind of whisper, Sigmund, if you could show me any lights here, and I'll have you close, and then I'll head in.
Make a religion check.
6.
Yeah. You're kind of waiting for something. Nothing happens. You just stretch it.
Sounds good, Siggy. I'll head in.
But
Bradley, my pupil.
but as you
I
guys
will
go
give
in,
you light.
it's pretty dark, and you again.
I'll cast light.
Okay, cast light.
I'll cast
And-
it as well.
And
Double light.
you guys are actually above, kind of crawling into this cave, and there's points where you gotta crouch and get through, tighten it, little tunnels and caves, but you guys push on, and eventually, probably 30 minutes traversing through this cave, that smell gets more pungent and worse, until you come to a point where these bright purple lights are beaming through kind of these slits in the wall that you're able to see in the distance, which I'm assuming.
Way up there so I can see.
But you guys get to a point, and everyone make perception checks.
Come on, now.
8.
25.
30, 20.
22.
Nice.
18.
Never seen anything.
So anyone
Blind.
above or at an 18, you guys kind of peer into those cracks, and you look down, and you see this. And Bradley, with your history of this cave, this looks nothing of what it looked like prior to this. You see a bunch of these purple crystals, these kind of different kind of fungi and different kind of, not vegetation, but kind of ores spouting through the ground, and you see a massive one, and anyone above a 20, which I think there's a few of you,
I was.
you guys see there's chain devils in the center of this room, and they are hauling up a massive crystal that you guys, those of you who see it, could put together. That's the similar one that the chieftain had. It's just on a much larger scale. You see the chain devils, they got their chains latched onto this crystal. There's probably 50 chain devils ripping this thing up through the ground, and the whole entire cave is infected with this corruption. The crystal's shooting like a light up towards the mountain, which you can assume that's what's disrupting the sky. That's what's causing the environmental change.
Where's that at?
It's down towards the little bit over there.
Okay.
Tougher to see just because it is farther away, but those of you who didn't pass, you can see most of this.
And where are we?
And you guys are like up right here. Yeah.
We think those.
And you all see there's probably hundreds of devils flying around. There's chain devils ripping it up. There's those of you with 24s or above 20s, you see devils just kind of perched all over this cave, and they're just cackling and kind of screaming at each other. And this cave is totally infested with devil presence and the corruption that has been spreading through the mountain.
Seems we're quite outnumbered here.
And Bradley, as you get to this point, your heart begins to just burn as you get severe heartburn.
Feel hot in here.
And
Feels fine for me.
and Sylvan, as you look at Bradley, make a perception check.
12.
He is sweating profusely.
Captain, I don't feel so good.
And as you see him sweat, and as he wipes his head, you see like as he wipes the sweat away, it's almost as if the pressure from his hand on his skin, you see that it reveals his true form, his changeling appearance, sort of like blankets, and then comes back to Bradley.
Bradley,
And
do you need a cold rag to put on your forehead?
Yeah.
Oh.
Would we like to investigate this further? I may be able to help.
No, I think we're gonna investigate for sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I can do it without putting us in danger.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you do that?
That sounds good.
I'm gonna bring out my wand blade and I'm gonna kind of like swirl it around and make an arcane eye.
Nice. It's OP. Yeah, so you guys see Elkor kind of bring out his kimono that he casts magic with, and he kind of traces an outline of an eye, and you see it kind of stick in the air, and it kind of forms. And where would you like to take it, Elkor?
Because we're like looking down right now,
Yep,
right?
you guys are much higher. This ceiling's huge. It's like hundreds of feet high, and so you're probably at the halfway point.
Can I see all of this right now?
This is what you can see, because you rolled a good perception. I think.
Right, because I rolled 23.
Yep.
I will go to this part right here.
Okay.
The eye's invisible, so I'm
Yep.
assuming I can just kind of roam and move wherever.
Yeah. And taking your eye, if you want, just zoom out, as you can probably, as the eye can see.
Holy shit.
As you begin to navigate, this is what the eye sees. And this is over here is where that crystal's being yanked up.
Okay.
And all that kind of corruption is heavily there. And as you're navigating with your eye, you notice that the crystal gets to the point and the chain devils release their chains as it looks like they've completed their task of bringing this up. And once it's up, you see the chain devils and all the devils kind of swarm around this and start screaming and what you might think are celebrating. And you even see hands start to come up through the ground. There's things kind of pulling themselves through.
Through like the hole where that ore came from?
Pretty close to where that crystal is, you see hands sprouting up and they're pulling themselves.
And you
to
said
the
that's
ground.
like right
Yep,
here?
Yep, right there.
And you said there's devils like all over
there's
this place?
hundreds,
I'm gonna look
probably,
for, I'm gonna try to like make
1,000
perception if I can find one that would be like a captain or like kind of one kind of like barking orders or something like that.
Perception.
16.
Nice. You don't necessarily see a captain, but you see a structure higher up in the cave, over on that would be your eastern side.
Yeah, over here you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll start moving the eye kind of this way then.
Yep.
Kind of towards the spot to see if I can get a better
Yep. And again,
view of that spot.
It's kind of lifted up, so the structure's up here. Where you were coming from is like way down here.
Okay, so yeah.
So
I'll
the
go
structure
like
kind
that.
of overlooks everything.
Yep.
And when you get there, you see this.
Could you zoom in a little bit in there?
Yeah, if you want to.
Into
Just this area. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time seeing it.
Yep.
There you go. That's
And
better.
so when you do this, you see the structure, a few statues one of them, you see a gigantic winged creature right here. Another one you see is a humanoid figure, doesn't have wings, and it's sitting there and it's holding a staff. And this structure has pillars all around it. It looks as if it's almost a temple.
Okay.
Doors are locked, but
I can go through any hole as big as an inch or as small as an inch. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd say there's a little like kind of keyhole that you could probably fit your eye into.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it into that room.
Yep. And what you see is this large figure with a staff sitting in a chair conversing with another very, very large devil. Is it strictly visual? Can't hear anything?
Yep. Mentally you receive visual information. That's all. So I don't believe I get any audio information.
Got it. So you see this large creature sitting in a chair with a staff, and you see the creature with the staff has armor on, and in the center of his armor is a glowing kind of centerpiece to it, and it looks like it's kind of radiating and beating.
What does this creature look like? Is it a devil of some sort?
Kind of circling this creature, getting a better look at it. It looks as if it's humanoid in nature. Its eyes are glowing purple, and it doesn't have whites in its eyes. It's dark in its eyes, and kind of its beads are glowing purple. It's got its hood up, and so it's kind of shrouded, but its eyes are glowing through the.
Okay. Through the and then the commander looks like a devil, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the commander is definitely he's
a demon devil, some sort of fiendish. Yeah, fiendish creature.
Oh, like.
I'm gonna go, because I'm assuming there's a room behind here then.
Yep.
I'll try to go check this out then.
Okay. Yeah, and as you slip into this next room, what you find here, make an investigation check. Actually, we'll do this.
I got good investigation, 22.
And so, 22, you find a center point with 5 different circles around it, and there's blood all over it. And in the corner of one area, you see a bunch of deceased devils. And in the other corner, you see a bunch of little wrappings. They look to be about the size of a newborn child.
Looking at the center, I'm assuming that's some sort of spot for a blood ritual.
You would get the sense, yeah. I'd say with the base of your intelligence, you'd know that this is a ritual of sacrifice of some origin.
Yep. Something of life transfer.
Yep. And while you were looking at the 2 larger individuals in the other room, you could see their lips moving, but you just couldn't hear them.
Is there like a book or anything on like the altar?
No. With your investigation, you see that there's nothing
on there.
But I'll carry over your investigation. You did see a book on the larger figures with the without the horns, with that kind of centerpiece.
Like
blazing.
That guy.
Yep. You did see a book
on his like belt.
His waistline.
I mean, I have it for an hour. I don't know how long. I'm assuming this is going to take me a little bit to get through.
Yeah. And for visual, this is what one of the guys looks like. The winged kind of
large winged commander of sorts. Looks a little bit like this.
Good fucking Christ.
Did you paint that?
Yeah.
We're so fucked.
Good fucking lord.
Hey, hey, Zodiac.
Oh my.
We could bring the ship.
Oh, you give me the
I'll
earrings.
put my lights up a little bit so you guys can see maybe a little bit
This
more
guy's-
detail.
That's fucking sick.
Oh, he's sweet.
Yeah, that's like all shots.
I'm ready to fight his ass.
We're a bad match for that guy.
But yeah.
We can take it.
Do I have time to go anywhere else? Like, how long would this take? Is my spell up?
I'd say yeah. You might have a little bit, but you probably don't have much time to.
Can I pick one more spot?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Can we go back out?
Yeah, we'll allow it.
Sorry, I just want to.
I probably won't let you investigate it as thoroughly or as in depth.
Yeah, like
well,
not that. I want to come over to see what this thing is.
Oh my god, that turned out so good.
I want to go this over here.
Okay.
And I'll like go in this part of the cave.
Yeah.
And is this like mining? I'm assuming too. Still.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll go to like this. I'm assuming I see that when I'm going over, and I'll go try to investigate that.
Yeah.
Investigation.
Yep.
25.
Nice. So, leading your eye over there, you see.
It's badass. Yeah, dude, that's so good.
Wait, did you glue him to like a cap head of a?
I think he did because I don't think he had a great base.
It didn't come with a base at all. So I took like a cap of an old pill bottle that was bigger and wider, and it like worked perfect.
That's fucking sick. He's fragile though. I get nervous.
Yeah. Well, that's because there's no like legit base. It just
Right.
it can tip easily, so you gotta be careful when you're moving it.
He turned out fucking good. Yeah, he did. He turned out so good.
Badass.
Did you order him from like Etsy?
Yeah.
And then you just painted him?
Show him to the viewers. But
Let's take a short.
Elkor,
Yeah, you should do that, honestly.
you see the structure, and it looks to be as if they took a ship and just planted it here, and you see a smaller humanoid figure giving orders to other devils around it, and it looks like they're trying to almost get sails on this ship, somehow within the cave itself. And you see the guy. He's got a book, and he's like this, and he's barking commands, and the chain devils are lifting materials up, and you see the other kind of these slaved creatures slapping them in place, putting them where this person is telling them to.
As soon as I kind of like get all that, I'm gonna like go back into like back to Elkor.
Yep.
It is not good what I see. Oh, I don't know what we are fighting, but there was this massive beast in this. Looks like to be some sort of temple. They're doing a spot for a blood ritual. Look like to be newborns and devils. I don't know if we can fight it. Seems to be too powerful. They are pulling.
Since you're afraid,
Yes, I am very afraid.
don't be afraid. You're with us. We have a mission to do. We have to complete it.
Soti Maulkeye.
Just wait, let me finish what I have to tell you. They are that ore, you know, that you were telling me about. They were pulling it out, and more beasts were crawling out. I feel like they are growing their army of some sort with that ore. I also seen they were building some sort of boat. Don't know if they are trying to travel to another island or something else, but it's very overwhelming.
I mean, the only thing is, if we don't take this out now,
You can only grow more powerful.
we just grow more powerful.
But
What's our strategy?
can't go in.
There
We
was,
gotta try to sneak around somehow.
there was at least hundreds, 200, 300 of them.
Is there
Can't
any
fight that
path
many.
that we can get right to their leader?
And as you guys are conversing, you hear a, "My children!" And that's what you hear. And everyone make perception checks as this voice booms across.
Damn it!
Net 20!
45.
13.
Nice.
16.
You two are the only people that see this individual.
An elf.
And you know it's the other individual with that glowing chest,
Okay.
not the winged guy. "We have done well in our time here. We have grown, and we will spread. I want to further extend my gratitude for working with me and our master." And with your nat 20, you're the nat 20.
Yeah, Nat 20.
And you see the winged devil kind of make an appearance, but not fully, as this guy is talking over this ledge like this. "I ask that you serve me once more as your general, Octavius. We have done right in this mountain, but we can house ourselves no further. We must spread our reach to the realms of Perrybrooks and the gnarled fields. Go, my children. Spread our beginnings. Raise the crystals. Convert this land into our own. You will prosper, and this island will be ours. Together, we will rule, not only as one, but as for her as well. And you hear the cackling intensify, and as he says that, he kind of reaches his hand open. Go now! And these gates swing open, and light from the outside world comes into this mountain, and you see all these devils start flooding out.
Which way are they piling out?
They're piling out towards here.
Okay.
So you're watching this. He's speaking right here. Devils from all over flying. Chain devils are running, and they're flooding out of the entrance right there.
And make a perception check again one last time.
Just him.
Just Elkor.
You see it roll out real quick. 13.
13. You could swear that when this figure says go for her, that the chattering sounds that they make sounds like pincers like snapping.
And as you guys see this horde of devils flee this cave into the outside world, that's where we're going to end the session.
Somebody kill him.
Kill him. I will slay Octavius.
Octavius is the guy you're supposed to see, right?
Like, yeah, kill.